It's just my life's a mess. Who am
Bit
I?
warm.
I'm Darcy.
You're such a
Yes.
cunt. Now we're on YouTube as well. People will actually get
I
those
forgot
jokes.
about that. Yeah, yeah. How hot did it get in your studio today?
I wasn't printing today, thank fuck.
I honestly wish I'd taken a photo of it. It was just over 30 degrees.
Well, I went in there just to check what stock I needed to order, like ink wise, and it was 32, and that's with nothing on. I was like, yeah,
It's pretty
I'm not
wham.
turning anything on today because that is going to be severely unpleasant. Um,
I was printing sweatshirts. Well, I did a bunch of t-shirts and sweatshirts today.
oh God,
Yeah.
that's not nice.
Well,
Even just handling them, like you feel hotter.
tell you what's weird though, right? Is that the big job I've just finished? Listen, I finally finished my big 2,500 piece job. I say finally finished. Like I did it in a week, which I don't think was too bad. Um, uh, it's completely changed my brain chemistry on like what a big job is. Like completely changed it. So today I did uh, 210 t-shirts front and back, which
Feels
normally
like
would be
nothing.
it
Feels
just
like nothing, doesn't it,
honestly
after doing a massive run like that?
it feels like
Because
absolutely nothing.
when you do those massive runs, they literally just become your life
Yeah,
for
yeah,
all the while that screen is on press.
yeah.
And it's like, I don't know whether I like that or not. Like, yeah, I
It
mean,
is really
the
strange
biggest
getting
one
some
I did was
respite.
at the old shop I worked at, and it was I can't remember how many fucking thousand pieces it was. I think it was 7,000 maybe.
Mm,
Um, and it was just like just never ending.
mm,
Just tote bag after fucking tote bag after tote bag. And we had so many problems on that job as well. It was only a fucking one color print.
mm.
It was just white and black, obviously the base and highlight screen. But I think it was the highlight screen kept popping. I think we replaced it 4 times, and there was just
It's
no
depressing, isn't it?
fucking reason for it. And the base screen was fine throughout the entire job.
Mm.
But yeah, the top one
Well,
kept.
what I'm very, very pleased about is that in the entire run, it was 2,662 t-shirts in the end. And in the entire
It's a
run,
very random number.
they added 12 on at the end. So it was 2,650. Um, yeah, very last, literally last day I was printing, they added some on and we had them delivered. And
I mean, at least it wasn't like, oh yeah, we want to add some on, and you're like, how many? And then,
yeah, 800. I'll be like, you fuck off.
yeah,
No, it was yeah, it was they added those last few. I can't remember what I was saying. I was saying something. Probably was interesting. Um, they added 12 on, and it got to that number. But yeah, I'm sure I was saying something before that, but I can't remember what it
fair
was.
enough.
Can't have been
This is
important.
the this is the first time I've eaten dinner on the podcast.
Yeah, it's very northern of you, isn't it?
I don't fucking care, but
Mm. Oh, we got a good. What have you got for dinner? Have interest?
I've got it's have you heard of the gym kitchen?
The Whoosy What Kitchen?
The gym kitchen.
No.
They do like pre-prepared, basically like microwave meals.
Yeah.
Well, they are microwave meals, but they're like macro counted and like really high protein and shit. So we stocked up on them because obviously Nix is well, yeah, I haven't told you this. She's training for an event called High Rocks
Mm.
in London, which is this mental fucking event. So she needs to really be like macro counting and get fucked on a protein and shit. And I was just like, they're fairly cheap. It's easy. I don't have to fucking mess about going, oh, what am I going to have for lunch today or whatever. It's just, I'll just go to the freezer or the fridge because they do fresh ones too and just pick one out. So, yeah, having one
What
of
a
them.
high life you lead, having food there sitting there ready for you.
I
What
know.
a high life you lead. I'm so impressed.
But it's just very hot.
What, spicy hot or warm hot?
No, warm hot. I'm
Hmm.
sweating my tits off from the warmth.
It's not that warm, mate.
Fuck off, it's boiling.
It's
I'm wearing a
warmish.
fucking sleeveless t-shirt, mate. When have you seen me wear a sleeveless t-shirt?
Honestly, I didn't know you had upper arms. I thought you had prosthetic upper arms that just led
Didn't know I
into
had
your real arms.
shoulders.
Yeah.
My arms just stopped there.
Just stop there, and then there's like a bit of robot arm, and then real arm underneath somehow. Oh,
Oh, fucking hell.
I had the pleasure of having my nephew come and work with me for the big job, and today as well.
Oh, yeah.
The difference that makes having someone stacking them
Mad,
up
isn't it?
and putting them in the box at the end.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause that's the one thing. It doesn't matter if you print manually or automatic. That bit takes the same amount of time.
Hmm.
That's the one bit you can't shorten time wise until someone invents a proper decent like automatic stacker or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but even then, it's like, I think the amount they're going to fucking cost is like anybody can fucking stack and fold shirts.
I don't know. Yeah, I know, but it's fucking
Unless you want to like
it's
fully
soul destroying
automate.
though, isn't it?
Uh, yeah, I mean, I don't mind it like as a break from other stuff. Do you know what I mean? But it's,
Yeah,
I wouldn't do fucking 2,000s of fuckers. Right, that'd fucking kill me. I want to set the place on fire.
yeah.
But
It was that was pretty hefty.
yeah.
We had
No, good on him.
we had a really good technique today for I've got two rolling workbenches at the same height. And
Hmm.
so he was stacking them up on the other one, and we had a flat piece of wood on each one with a piece of Teflon sheet over it, so it's nice and smooth.
Oh yeah.
And then when it was time to for me to do the fronts, he stacked them the correct way up for me to do the fronts, and then just literally lifted the board up and put it on top of the worktop I was on. He came up with that. I'll never tell him that's a good idea because that's a fucking good idea.
That is a good idea.
I can't afford for him to be having good ideas.
Hmm.
Bless him.
Yeah, pay him more.
Do we have questions in the thing, by the way? Have I got to learn how to do that again this week?
Oh, what, Instagram?
Yeah.
Yep. We have questions. I haven't checked for a couple of hours, but I'm presuming there's more. We had a few
Exciting.
very quickly, so um
Nice.
yeah. But yeah, do you want to tell the listener who we've got on today?
Yeah. They're waiting, saying I'll just go fuck myself is what the message we just received. We have Wes and Guy from AS Color or As Color. I'm going to get the lowdown on which is the correct way to pronounce it today. That's the first question I'm
Yeah,
going to ask.
yeah.
Because I think I just choose randomly depending on what mood I'm in, as to how I pronounce it. But yeah,
I say
we've got the guys
AS.
from I say as sometimes, but I don't know. Should we let them in?
Oh, yeah, let's let them
Yes.
in. They've waited long
Here,
enough. I
here it
don't know
comes.
why it says there's three people in the waiting room.
Oh, fucking hell, is it their boss as well?
No, Wes is there twice. Should we let Guy in first and just leave Wes there for like
Yeah,
half an hour?
that'd be funny, wouldn't it?
Right, let's let them both in. I don't know which Wes to let in.
Oh, is there two Weses?
I don't know. I'll
Tw-
let one in first and see what happens. I thought they were supposed to be together.
They are, just
I
not in the
thought they were
same.
married.
Oh, right. It's suspicious that two people that work for the same company have three-letter names. Do you reckon they're the same person?
What, Des?
Why?
Why? How many AS color things are you wearing?
Head to toe, baby. You know.
Hey!
Hey man.
Hey, where's
What's going on,
Hadu?
boys? What's going on, boys?
You all right?
Yeah, man. I'm just hiding in my gym. I'm literally hiding. I'm
In your
literally
gym?
In
hiding.
the gym.
What, you own a gym? You have a gym at
Well,
home?
yeah, AS Color pays very well. Do you know what I'm saying? Joking.
Are you in like a public gym? Well, like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
I mean, what's that's a nice gym.
yeah, man.
The one I go to's got like black chains and rubber everywhere.
You sure that's a gym, mate?
Well, I get a workout when I'm there.
Yeah, they're giving plenty of exercise.
I bet you do.
Here's Guy.
How are you?
How
Yeah.
do?
What's good, gang?
How's it going?
Oh, sweating my bollocks off, but it's all right. How about you?
Yeah, yeah. Been in the studio today, getting nice and wham.
Yeah, just throwing some tin around.
Hmm.
Mm.
We got a
Oh,
nice
yeah.
cold beverage to settle into this evening with you.
So we're gonna start off with a margarita,
Oh,
Very nice.
and then we're
It's
gonna get
perfect.
real crazy and go to a squash,
a
blackcurrant
squash,
squash. Yeah,
blackcurrant squash. Which blackcurrant squash is it though? Is it like an own? Is it a supermarket own brand, or is it
yeah.
like a Pucker
We
one?
we don't need to go there. We don't need to go there.
If
Do
it's
you know
not
what?
It's it,
Ribena, I don't want to hear it,
it's it's not Wes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. I let you down.
mate.
I don't mind Ribena, but I actually think pound for pound, quality and flavor wise, mixing squash is the best.
So
Mm.
we don't get Vimto in New Zealand. So when I came here, it was just weird.
No, Vimto's. Especially if you got a soda stream, because then you can make your own fizzy Vimto.
Yeah, true. That is a good shout.
Wes, are you okay, mate? You look like you're a fish in a bowl. Just having a.
You know what? I'm trying to make sure. Because you know what it is? If someone walks in here, I can't risk them hearing what you lot say because I might get kicked out.
What if I'm
I
going to
might
say
get banned
anything?
for
As
life,
if I'm going to say anything offensive?
mate. Do you know what I mean? I like my
It's
chip.
almost like you don't know Pav.
Oh,
Oh,
So I thought,
boys.
let me not take the risk just in case.
you're going to put your headphones in? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. I got it, man. Got it, man.
Okay. Well, that's it. You point us at your penis while you put your headphones in.
Come on, lads.
Oh,
Right,
oh.
I think this taking me a long one. Let me get comfortable. All right, here we are.
You cozy.
Hold on.
Guy, is he always this fidgety?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should see him on a 36-hour flight to New Zealand.
Oh,
Oh,
this
jeez.
is excellent.
All right,
Right, boys.
all right. We ready,
Before
lads?
we before we jump into it, then, do you want to intro both, well, yourselves and tell us what you do?
Go on, guy.
Oh, straight in there. Yeah, go on. Okay. My name is Guy. I work for AS Colour. I look after the northern side of England, so kind of bottom of Brum up to Glasgow, a little bit of Kent and Essex. Yeah, just get to hang out with creative people all day, which is pretty cool.
And
Wes?
yeah, my name is Wesley. My name is Wes, aka Wesley. I am the AS Color Southern UK rep. And I cover the territories from Northampton to Land's End.
Strong rock. So basically, we got you cut like country wise. You're covered. We got every conceivable angle. We're covered in AS color.
Right now, yeah.
I'm
As long
glad
as we
we
have a
got.
job after the pod.
I'm glad. I'm glad we got this sorted as well because I was going to ask. My first question was going to be, is it AS color or is it as color? Because I can't ever decide which one to use, and you've both said the same thing. So now I know the correct way of saying it. So not going to get it wrong ever again.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm going to be critical, there should be like a full stop after the A and after the S. But
Fucking
We'll
five
pass
minutes in
that
and Pav's
feedback
ditching it
on.
already.
Can you guys like for the listener just give us a rundown of what AS Color is, like what it's about? Because some
Go on,
people will know, some
Wesley.
We,
people won't.
most of our listeners, I think, will probably know because we talk about you guys a hell of a lot on here.
Mm.
Which is why is it taking so fucking long for you to come on?
But but let's hear it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah, you guys tell us
Wes, you
about
want to
AS
jump
Colour.
in?
So AS Color is a wholesale streetwear business. We are retail and wholesale, but I'll say the majority of our business is wholesale. So we provide quality, premium streetwear items, plus your normal basic everyday clothing, fashion items. But the core of AS Color, from my perspective, in terms of how I speak to people and communicate people with the brand, is that we are a premium streetwear brand or clothing brand, and we are retail and wholesale. just to keep it very simple and basic. You
Awesome.
can add some
Do,
more to that
do,
if you like.
do, you, do you agree with that guy? Is he right there?
Yeah, no, 100%. Like it was Larry, the founder, started it in 2005 with his intention to kind of make phenomenal product for a good price point. It started off actually as a women's t-shirt. That was the whole of the market, and it's
Oh, really?
snowballed from there. Yeah. So, long story short, back in the day, Larry's mate was in a band or is in a band called LMNOP, and they would complain about tour merch. And there was no good female t-shirts. So Larry took the initiative and actually put his house up against it and
Fucking
created,
hell.
Fuck.
but honestly, like big, well, not a big gamble because he knew what he was doing. But I think the bank thought it might have been an easy house. But yeah, he just started moving units, and just doing the best quality, the best cuts, and it's got to where it is today. So that's Australia, New Zealand. We've got 2 warehouses in America. Obviously, one here in Milton Keynes, and we're about to set up shop in Amsterdam.
Oh,
Amazing.
fucking hell.
My
Nice.
favorite city. What are we going
Oh,
over
So
bet
here
it,
it
for
it
now?
was started off straight into wholesale then.
Yeah, straight into wholesale. Funnily enough, back then, I guess people didn't really want to mess with the new kid on the block. So it was very much like the skate brand supported us, or supported Larry, I should say. Um, Music industry massively got behind us. Yeah, so like it was straight into wholesale, all guns blazing.
It's quite
So
it's
what
quite
was
difficult to. You go. Oh.
on that then? What was the first? Obviously, jumping forward a bit here. What was
Yeah.
the first men's t-shirt? Is that still about?
Don't, Larry, if you're listening, don't kill me on this. I
Larry
believe
is a good follower of ours. Actually, yeah, he's always messaging us
yeah,
the
he's
same.
a top dog.
Yeah.
No, I believe so. Well before my time, I've only been there for about 6 years. I believe it was the paper tee, which
Okay.
is
Yeah,
I
I think
think
it
it was
was paper too.
150, maybe the 160 GSM t-shirt. Because back then, everybody wanted it as light as possible.
Yeah.
It's gone the
Yeah,
Seems like a
complete
long
opposite
time
way now,
ago.
isn't it?
yeah. Everyone
Yeah.
wanted skinny and light, and now it's fully
Mm.
oversized and as heavy as you can get.
Which is basically
Yeah.
a description of me going from a child to an adult.
Oh, I
It's
feel you on that one.
it's quite difficult to explain to people who've never owned an AS Color product of any type how good they are. It's
Mm.
not me blowing smoke up your ass. People don't get it, and the amount of times we've had like guests on, and they've been, oh, we ask them what garment they print on, and they tell us, and we're like, have you tried AS Color? They're like, no, and then invariably we end up sending something with it printed on. They're like, holy fuck, it is a different level. It is
Mm.
a completely different level. Do you find that because of that you do have the more sort of artistic people, because it's like, as far as a canvas goes, it's probably the best canvas out there for wearable art, as I'd call it.
Mm.
But you got to remember, the majority of the public or the people, they're very ignorant to what actually a
Mm.
good print is, or how
Yeah.
it's supposed to look, or how your
Thank,
t-shirt's supposed to feel. I think the majority, I
thankfully,
think
I'll be out of
90% of the
business.
market, yeah, 90% of the market don't know what a good tee is. And that's the problem I find, is that the argument between our t-shirt and other t-shirts, which can come down to preference, which is fine.
Mm.
But if they don't actually know what a good t-shirt is in the first place, it's a kind of it's a crazy argument to be having with people sometimes.
Yeah. I mean,
100%. And
I've got a question I was going to ask a bit later on, but what we're kind of on the topic now, and it's, what would you say is the hardest part of your respective jobs, and what challenges do you face when you're trying to get people to switch or even try AS Color? Because I know that like me and Pat as print shop owners, like we both push AS Color really heavily. Like, you know, I very well, I never fucking push anything like Gildan or fucking all the cheaper brands or anything like that. It's always like the more upmarket brands like yourselves. Um, but I think when people are kind of like wedded to a garment or a certain manufacturer, it's so hard just to get them to try something else. And I'm like, so many times I'm like, I'll say to people like, I will literally buy a sample and I'll send it to you for fucking free, just so you can switch to this. And they're like, nah, no, I'm not interested. They don't even want to see a sample. And I find it really odd because from my perspective, it's like, I want to be able to give the best that we can. It's like, pretty much all of my t-shirts now are AS color, and I love fucking wearing it. Like that's AS. I think me and you are twinning. Where's is
Obviously, bro.
that the heavy?
Heavy faded, man. Oh no, heavy faded, bro.
Yeah.
Need a bit lighter. Do you know what I
Um,
mean? It's a bit hot.
but yeah, so what kind of challenges do you see when you're trying to obviously traveling across the country and trying to sell AS car?
Oh,
I
you
mean,
jumping, guy.
I was going to say, so I think for me, it's definitely it's the older mindset. I mean, I started wearing AS color in 2008, and so I would say firmly in New Zealand and Australia, most of the population owns it, wears it, they're used to it, and that's the entry level to a garment
Mm,
in New Zealand as Aussie is AS color. So coming over here, I was quite taken aback with the volume of poor quality garments getting printed on. And I think that was the hardest part for me is like going in and when you have someone who's been printing for 30 years, say, on
mm,
nothing but Gildan, nothing wrong with Gildan. I own a lot of Gildan tour match. There's a huge place in this world for Gildan. It's a big heritage brand, but the quality, like just to get them to break that mentality, is quite challenging. And especially like obviously AS Color's price point versus to Gildan is
yeah.
different. And it's because of the quality. And I do find over here there is a lot of printers that race to the bottom on price. And that's how they stay
100%.
competitive. And so for me, it's those guys are the hardest because they need to like really trust you to be
Hmm.
like, if I take AS on, like a lot of my clients can't afford it.
Mm,
Um, and so it's almost having to bring new clients in. That's how I find a lot of printers that haven't used us. I go and find them someone that wants AS color, and then I give them that job so that they don't have to risk it on an existing customer. Then they get the pleasure of printing it. There's no questions asked. They're
That's
super
so
happy. They've
clever.
got they've got a customer who's like, mate, that print was amazing. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely love the classic tee. And that printer's like, yeah, so did I. And it
Mm.
mm,
hasn't affected them trying to sell it to an existing customer who's used to paying Gildan prices. Um, so I'd say, yeah, long story short, that for me, it's changing that mentality of
mhm.
price point to premium.
But like, if you look at it long term, it's actually not much more expensive because any as color shirt is going to last years and years beyond
Oh,
a cheap alternative.
and
Mm,
again, telling printers that I'm like, you can buy our t-shirt, print it, and you'll have it to like 3, 4 years easy in the wardrobe. That's your
Mm.
your weekly rotator as well.
Mm.
Gilding, you're gonna every 6 months, maybe 8 months, you've got to re-up on that.
Mm.
And so
mm,
that's kind of also like AS Color is very much built to last, and that's how it's got so far.
mhm.
It's just in the wardrobe rotating week after week, and it still looks brand new.
Mm.
Go on, Wes. I rambled too much. These guys are getting bored.
Um.
Where's he showing his guns off now? He's got.
ah, Oh man.
You need to get to the
You
nearest
know
vets,
what?
mate, because that swan looks sick.
Oh me. Um. Biggest problem. I think it's just more education, to be fair, about because I find screen printers are not hard to convert
No.
because at the end of the day they want to you bring any screen printer, a t-shirt, new t-shirt to print on, majority of them they're gonna want to print on it.
Mm.
And I'll just wait for their feedback afterwards. I think it's more us kind of educating the masses because at the end of the day, if everybody wants his color, the printers are kind of they have to print what the market dictates in reality.
Yeah.
Um, so I would say personally, it's just getting the product into the people's hands. I
Mm,
think once that happens, the conversation is usually opened up, and then we can take it from there. But at the same time, when you have the best product on the market, man, you don't have to force it down anyone's throat,
No.
in my opinion.
Hmm.
You know?
I mean, I think what
Um,
we did quite a while ago, like, so we're always really keen to kind of like push like the more eco garments and stuff. So what we did is just basically started quoting that as standard rather than like I know a lot of print shops will just quote the cheapest option straight off the bat, like without asking any questions. And I do kind of stipulate it during the quoting process. It's like, are you looking for anything in particular? And I never say, cheap as possible sort of thing, but it's kind of like, are you looking for like heavyweight or are you looking for organic or blah blah blah. And if they say, oh, I'm not bothered, I'll just quote them for most of the time it's like an EPO one from Continental because I can get them for an incredibly reasonable price sort of thing. Um, and then, but it's I think what it is just trying to judge each customer, isn't it, sort of thing. Oh, where's gone? Oh,
oh, there you
it's
go. So,
it's trying to judge each customer, but it's really difficult to do because you don't know that person sort of thing. So you don't know what they're actually going to like. Like, I know if a band comes to me, they're going to want something a bit more boxy, a bit more heavyweight and stuff. But from my experience anyway, they're always going to be a bit more of a harder sell with like premium stuff because it's like they just want it as cheap as fucking possible. And it's just like they moan about the print price, they're going to moan about the fucking garment price. Like, but it's picking the fights, I guess,
I
really,
think
isn't it? But
the biggest bonus you guys have is that because you're retail as well, you can
mm.
go, well, look, I can do this t-shirt printed. This is how much it would cost you to go and buy one in a shop.
Yeah.
Like,
mhm.
and
So
if you
what
want
I do
to,
in the quoting process is I literally send them to your website so they
yeah,
can
and
see
go,
how much
go,
they are.
yeah, go and have a look. I said, or go to a shop, like go to a shop, and look, actually touch the actual
Mm,
fabric, and then say you don't want it. I dare you. I
mm,
don't think you can. I don't think you can. If you're once you've particularly if you're brand, like if you're brand, once you've seen and touched one, I don't think there are many other real options really for that style of thing. For like a if you've got like an event, like a charity event or whatever, like a one and done sort of thing, it's maybe not the smartest move, but yeah, for brands, which is who we mainly deal with, it's
Mm.
mm,
Yeah, I
banging.
think the retail store is such a powerful marketing tool. We're going to open a few more in the UK, but
Nice.
opening the one in London and just watching the general public interact with the garments was really refreshing. Like you were watching people's mind blow
Mm.
over a classic tee or a staple tee. And then when they find out, you can embellish it, it's even better. But just the fact that like every day, Tom, the manager, and his crew over there, they are rammed. Like that store doesn't just stand around twiddling his thumbs. Like Wes has been there on a Saturday. Like I used to run that store back in the day. It is chocker all day, every day. So it is really good to see like the general public here loving quality.
Mm. I think the tide is on the turn for things like that.
yeah.
Yeah, for
People want to see
sure.
their money go further with things, and I think the issue has been that in the past things have been expensive unnecessarily, or more less cost
Mm,
effective unnecessarily. Whereas now I think that most things are sort of at a value where they are. So if
Mm.
you're paying a bit more, you are getting a bit more money to value ratio.
mm.
Um,
But what's your perspective from the printer side? How do we convert more customers?
um, I think it's just patience, in all honesty.
Yeah.
I think
I think
it
as
is
Pav
coming.
said, it's kind of the tide is turning a little bit, and it
Mm,
is just you guys like as I said with like our quoting process, you guys are always at the front of my mind. And I think it's like that for a lot of people, but it's just trying to convince people that it's like that slightly higher price because it's not a huge difference between, say, I don't know, we do a lot of like EPO ones, EP18s from Continental stuff like that. And the price point isn't huge. It's like, on a staple, it's like pence, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, but it's just trying to switch people over to something new, I think is the problem for us. But yeah, new customers don't really have so much of a problem with it. Like I had an inquiry today and it's somebody I've been speaking to for fucking about 2 years and they're gonna fuck me about, no doubt again. But they got in
Let's hope
touch
they tuned
again
in.
and they've
Hopefully they're not
said,
watching.
no, they won't be watching this. Um, They got in touch and were like, "Oh yeah, we want to get some t-shirts printed." We had some samples sent to us from they're in the food industry, and it's from somebody who manufactures some of the equipment. Sent them some like free t-shirts sort of thing, freebie things, and they were on AS Color Classics, and they were like, "Oh, we really, really like them, really like them." Now, previously, when I'd quoted them, they'd specifically requested Fruit of the Loom and they really like the price on those. So I
Yeah.
was like, so I've sent over the quote. I've not heard anything back, but it's those type of customers that it's kind of like we're I say trying to get away from, but it's not really trying to get away from. It's just trying to convert them to something different. But it's I haven't really got time to be a salesman in my job sort of thing. Like it's,
Mm.
I
I
do a
think
fucking lot of
what you
admin and a lot of printing, and it's
what
kind of everything else. It's like that needs to just wait until we're a bit further down the line. I can actually hire somebody to do that sort of thing. Um, yeah.
Yeah, come through.
what you need to do really is you actually want the picky customers, which is something that normally I'd always avoid.
Yeah.
You try and avoid someone who's a bit like, oh, it's got to be this, it's got to be that. You're like, for fuck's sake, get it in and get out the door, sort of thing. But now you want the slightly more
Mm.
discerning client. Well, and
Well, I think
that's happening. What I turned a client because I always it was I'm a contract printer, so I print for someone else, but I always send us a picture of the sample I've done, the very first print, just before I hit go and print the rest of them, just to be belt and braces. And it happened to be it was a classic that I'd had it on that I'd fucked up from another job, and I ran it on it, and they said, "Yeah, look great."
he's got hundreds of them.
So many, and then I and then I yeah, and then the rest were on Guild and Soft Styles, and I thought I'll just send another picture. I sent another picture because it looked completely different. And they're like, "Oh, why is it different?" I was like, "Well, two things. Firstly, I'm not a very good printer, and secondly, like the canvas is shit." And I tried to explain to her, "Oh, okay. Well, maybe for the next job, then can we go for something like that?" And I was like, "Yes, please,
Mm.
like, please, can we? That would be
Mhm.
wonderful." But yeah, it is turning. People are a bit more.
What I like a lot now is like we print for quite a lot of brands. And we are getting people coming to us and requesting AS color straight off the bat, which is really fucking
Nice.
cool. Like, conversely to kind of like the band world, because we do bands and festivals and shit as well. Um, they come to us and say, we want Gildan, we want Fruit of the Loom, we want blah blah blah, whatever, just cheapest chips. But it's the brands are all coming to us and being like, we want AS Color or we want Stanley Stella and stuff. And they know this that people are starting to know their shit in this kind of sector, even if they're just starting up, because people just seem to be doing more and more research into it,
Yeah.
into what is a good garment, rather than going, oh yeah, I'll pick that off the shelf because it's a quid 50 and the print's going to cost me blah blah blah. I can make fucking 300% profit on it. You know what I mean? It's like,
It helps you have other really good quality products though. Like your hats are fucking banging.
mm,
Like
Well,
Big
these
big
old
fan of the
things.
hats.
this I think the most comfortable hat I've ever put on my head is the Surf.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never put a
Yeah,
hat
yeah,
on,
mm,
yeah.
and I've got a weird shaped head. It's a proper big long melon, not like Darcy's is perfectly round like a bowling ball, but mine's like. And the second I put one on, I was like, this is I found my hat. I found my
mm,
hat.
Yeah, this
And when you do such a broad spectrum of products like you guys do, it's really easy to go, well, like you like the quality of this t-shirt. Well, they make
mm.
fucking hoodies. They make hats.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
make squeegees for printers for some reason. They make a basketball with a ball and a utility knife.
Mm,
I think that that's like another thing that we've definitely observed is like a lot of wholesale companies will focus on one product and do that product really well, and then everything else is just an add-on. It's an afterthought.
yeah.
100%.
And like for instance, the hats, like Larry personally took that project on to expand our headwear. And
Mm,
he, him and obviously the wonderful design team worked tirelessly on getting products like the surf cap, the two-tone cap. Like the headwear is what paved the way in America for us.
mm,
Everyone's got a t-shirt brand out there, like, or a
yeah.
wholesale company. There's a million different wholesale t-shirt companies out there, but headwear,
Mm.
you've got Otto, Flexi or Yupong, depending on,
You say you've got Otto. If they ever get back to you, you've got Otto. Like,
true, true,
sorry, Otto, if you're listening.
yeah,
Sent you like 5 emails, never heard back from you once. Maybe it's
Love
me.
your
I don't
product.
know.
But like, apart from that, there's not a lot of competition. And so like Larry, for instance, saw the hole in the market with headwear. And even over here, we've got Beachfield or we've got Yupon. And the price difference is astronomical between the two.
Yeah.
And the quality difference is ridiculous if you have, a Yupon trucker, an AS Color trucker, and then you've got all the way over there the Beachfield trucker.
Mm.
Like you pick that up and it's, light as anything. And I won't go too far into it, but
Your foam trucker is the best foam trucker around.
mate, it's banging, right?
By a country mile. I've got a stack of them. So I've got 50 of them in this box to embroider amongst a bunch of other stuff. And it's hard. It's one of those things. Once you get someone on one of them hats, they're never turning back from that hat ever again.
Yeah.
So because we're
Much.
with another mate of ours, Paul, who's a listener to this pod, we've started up a hat brand, which is this is one of the ones that I'm wearing, and like so I'm doing all the designing, and he's an embroiderer. And every time I'm putting together design, I literally just go through the AS Color website and I'm just like, that'd be good for that. That'd be good for that. That'd be good for that. And having that choice there of like all of these different like variations in products and stuff, it is so fucking amazing from a designer's perspective, because it's like that thing that I'm designing is going to work on something, but it's like if I go to, I don't know, another brand, I'm not going to name any.
Other brands are
Yeah, don't
available.
name it. Yeah, don't name it.
I think the options are going to be so much more limited. So like those two-tone caps, we've used one that's I was about to say it's not been released yet, but the website's not even up yet properly. Yeah, we were looking for like a kind of like old school kind of like 1960s American baseball sort of vibe. And you guys bought out like the Cardinal and Cardinal and cream or Cardinal and white one. And we were just like, yes, that's fucking perfect. And it was like, there's literally nowhere else doing anything like that. If we wanted to get it done and you guys weren't doing it, it'd have to be fucking custom made. And we're just
He's
like,
never this excited about
yeah, we're
anything
not
we do
doing that.
together, ever.
I've
It's quite
literally
that's it,
just
like-
released a new pre-order today.
I mean, there is that.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you?
Go on. What's the pre-order? I missed it. What is it?
It's The Last of Us. Have
Okay.
you played it?
Yes.
Yeah, done a Last of Us inspired t-shirt, which will be
Nice.
going on a AS Color Classic. So yeah, excited to print that one.
There's a classic behind you, actually, isn't there? The one we just finished. Human
They're all
Traffic.
classics.
Oh, well, there's more. There's more than one classic behind you.
What do you think of the Classic Minus? Have you guys tried that one?
Oh, it's my favorite t-shirt of all time because
Oh, wicked.
I did that, taking that little extra bit of length off. It doesn't look like a dress on me anymore because I'm a bit homunculousy, so I'm like quite. I won't say fat, but I'm quite fat, so I need to go up a size, and I'm also quite
Proportioned.
short.
They're well
So
proportioned.
like, yeah, well proportioned if I were a mug, but not for a human. Having that little bit taken off the bottom.
Yeah.
But
So I
conversely-
always like wearing oversized, and I had the same problem. I just found them a bit too long. It's like we'd never any complaints about the leather, but it's just for me personally. Like I wanted something a bit shorter, and when you bought out the minus, I was just like, yeah, that's my fucking tee. But I love the heavy.
You keep an eye out for that. Maybe a heavy minus on the horizon.
Oh yes.
Oh, is there any other stuff coming out you can tell us about?
No, tell them. No, tell them. No.
My lines breaking up.
All I'm thinking is that Carhartt needs to sort of watch their back a little bit because you're actually doing like
the duck canvas.
you're beating
it's
Carhartt
called.
in quality and definitely on t-shirts 100% because Carhartt t-shirt quality is dog shit now.
It is now, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It used to be pretty good, but it's really not that great now. And with the canvas, like the duck canvas stuff you're doing, it's banging.
Yeah.
I actually get if I do a job for someone that's in a trade, I always say like get the Ascar t-shirt, and they're like, oh, it's a bit fashion. It's like yeah, but it's slightly longer. So if you're reaching up above your head, wiring a socket, you're not showing your belly button to Mrs. Doris 87.
Well,
Mrs. Doris might like that.
The duck canvas
It
is
yeah.
something that's going to be wicked. Well, I mean, it is wicked. The vests are coming over soon. Thank God. I think everyone's been pestering me and Wes about those vests.
Please do some trousers with like double knees.
Oh, they're on the boat.
Carpet.
They're on the way.
They're on the way.
What?
The double knees.
Yeah,
Oh
we've already
God.
got them on the website, don't we, Wes? In black though, not the
Have you?
walnut yet.
Oh,
I think
okay,
so.
cool.
I've actually, do you know what? I actually sent you guys some of the new stuff. Darcy, I think did yours come?
No,
No?
no.
Mine never turned up.
Someone, oh, yours too. Oh, someone's nicked your
Did you
delivery.
get that baseball bat yet?
No,
Oh
didn't get
man, I sent you
You've
a
got to
whole
have.
load of stuff.
You're gonna have to have a chat to your postman. He is
it.
nicking all your shit.
Tell you what,
I'm not going
little
to chat to
little
him.
secret, Wes, is Pav
Yeah.
was fucking raging when you sent me my box of samples, and I had like a tape measure and
I
the
actually
box
don't care
cutter
about
and
any of it. In all
everything.
honesty, all I cared about was the utility knife because I've got a thing for utility knives, and I was like,
Yeah, that
Darcy,
was.
Darcy, I need one of those.
Oh
Anyway, I can't have a word with my postman about it now because he's now wielding a baseball bat.
yeah, very true.
Listener, if you haven't gone
Oh,
on the AS Color website, and one of my favorite things to do is go on there every now and again, just go to the accessories and just
Hmm.
scroll down and see what mad shit has been added. Dog
What, need a new
bowls,
dog bowl?
step
Yeah.
stools, like fucking love it, absolutely love it.
and if you're really nice to your rep, he may send you some. Do you know
Oh, I'm really nice to everyone.
what I
Just the
if
customers are
I
not
showed
nice
the
to.
people, if I showed everyone the pictures you sent me on WhatsApp,
Yeah, you
Oh,
said you wanted them.
it's a good thing.
My own little baseball. But I just write AS Color on my penis and sent him a picture of it. Yeah, this is the next product coming out.
5-star Google reviews right there.
yeah. The AS
Oh,
Color
man.
micro dildo.
If you got any more suggestions for accessories, you know, send them through, man, because that's one thing we're always kind of keen to kind of
Do you know
keep
what
rolling the boss.
Do you know what I would love, and what I've had customers ask me about is a hat with a place to put a pen in.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay.
like a
Yeah,
little
Little,
loop, a loop.
yeah.
like a
I think I've
I
seen
utility
like
hat.
that.
Hmm.
a carpenter's hat, like a proper like
Yeah, yeah,
workman's hat.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Just a little loop on one side. I get
I
asked
like
quite a
that.
lot because I think Flex Fit. There's a Yupon Flex Fit version of
Hmm.
it. And
Seriously.
Oh, is it?
it's not very nice because the pen sits in it like that, so you have to like do this.
It's yeah.
But if it was
Ah,
like if you could just have just a
And you
little,
look like a wonky unicorn.
and it came with an AS Color pencil as well, that would be banging, wouldn't it?
Have you had the builder's pencils yet?
No,
Yeah, I've got some of them.
Where's what are you doing, mate?
look,
postman, bro. He's sending them.
whatever stuff it is that exists, I ain't got any
Oh,
of it. Let's just assume. Let's just assume, right, that if it exists, I'm not an owner of it.
okay. Well,
No,
we'll
we've
hand
I've
deliver some.
rectified that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm
This
only
was your
joking.
interview. This is
Oh,
your
is it?
vetting
Is it?
process. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's-
We're
All I had
vetting
to
you.
do was give Wes a cuddle at printwear. That was it.
Yeah,
I missed Printwell, though, didn't I? Because I nearly died.
yeah, exactly,
Fucking pussy.
exactly.
Yeah.
What are you guys'
Put
thoughts
yourself
on
out, man.
printwear? From a creative printer's point of view, how do
What do we
you
think
guys?
about it?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. I mean,
In all honesty,
obviously we came and spoke to you guys, didn't we? There was
Mm.
quite a big group of us, and we headed straight to your store because we knew you were going to be up for a chat and you're not going to be overly fucking salesy with us and stuff. And it was just like it's just, it's building that relationship, isn't it? Whereas I feel that 99% of the other stalls that they just want to fucking sell you shit. They just want to get you in as a customer, and
but
it's just a bit like,
that's a symptom of what it is. It's so expensive to be there. If they're not
yeah.
selling anything, then what's the
Yeah,
point?
no,
Look,
I get it. I get it, but it's nice to have a bit of a change. Like I think when we've been in previous years, I've tried to speak to, reps from say brands like Stanley Stella, and we do a lot of Stanley Stella. I like Stanley Stella, but I tried to speak to the reps and they're just like, just not really interested. I was just like, okay, then I'll just fucking go somewhere else then. And it's like, it's not going to stop me buying from them because I get requests for it all the time. But it does kind of like sour that relationship a
Yeah.
little bit, I guess. Um,
I
but
think
yeah,
what should really happen is like you guys should just rather than go to printwear, spend that money you would spend on a really big party and just invite loads of printers and stuff.
Did you not come to the creator session?
No,
Again,
we
no,
couldn't
no.
make
We
it.
did, we did get invited to that, to be fair. But yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't.
it's too. I think it's too far for them to be fair.
nah, well, I
I
think
think.
this is it. But
Yeah, I
would
think we
that
should
be quite
rotate it though.
valuable? Yeah,
Mm.
like if we did the creator session throughout different parts of England, so we capture South,
I'd be
below
all over that.
London, yeah,
Perfect,
Midlands,
yeah.
all the way up to Glasgow, and we just position it out because to us, like the creator session is the chance to just be able to hang out with our friends.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely no one talks about t-shirts. Like it was amazing. And it's quite nice to be able to be with all of our friends who happen to all print and
Mm.
just be able to have a nice beer and relax
Yeah.
instead of like, on the other side of printwear, again, we're lucky enough to have a booth where you are comfortable enough just to come and hang out for a bit.
Mm.
Unfortunately, we're not allowed to drink on the job. So
Mm.
You're
makes
not,
it a
no,
little hard.
you're not allowed to get caught drinking on the job.
Oh, what are you on about? It's
Losing
only a
our
water
contact.
bottle.
Yeah.
Yes, it's brown. Oh,
How did you get involved, Wes, with ASCAR?
I don't know really. It kind of happened.
Just born into it.
Yeah. Literally walked through a door and it was like, "Do you want a job?" I said,
You just
"Yeah."
popped out and you were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go sell the best t-shirts in the world. Where are they? Like, as color."
Yeah. Exactly. That's exactly what I said. To be fair, my background is so since 2011, I've been a brand owner, screen printer. I was screen
okay.
printing from 2011 to 2015.
Well, yeah.
And then from there, we was doing a lot of, well, my business at the time, we was doing a lot of print on demand, a lot of for businesses. So we was doing POD for our local businesses. So they come and get 10 t-shirts every month, and we charge them for if they bought 100 kind of. Do you know what I mean? We would just sort everyone out. We used to print for other clothing brands. We used to sell on ASOS Marketplace, Etsy, eBay, online. So yeah, my background was I was you guys before
Oh,
this, and
fucking hell.
lost the business during COVID in that time period. Had to restart. Ended up working in warehouses and just doing any job. I was cabbying. I was working for Addison Lee when I got a phone call from Nikki, who's the head of HR at AS Color, because I posted um my CV and stuff on, you sign up for a whole load of things at one time and you
Yeah,
forget
yeah.
about it. I'd literally forgot about it. I think they got back to me about 3, 4 months later. And I was driving, I had a customer in the car as well while I was driving. I picked up the phone call, luckily. Ended up having an hour interview with Nikki while I got a customer in the back of my car. It's just really good, man.
It was only a 15-minute
I'm
journey
at
for him
one.
as well.
Yeah. So
Customers
yeah,
in
I
the
had
back
an
like, can we
interview.
go now, please?
I had an interview at my old job, like literally working my old job, and again had the interview, didn't think nothing of it. A couple of weeks later, I had an interview with Sam, who's the head of UK and EU sales. Then I had an interview with Larry, which was an experience. I'm expecting suit and tie again. He's logged on. There's a dude sitting there with his cap like this. He's like, "Hey, Wes."
Never
I
let him
had
see
my
your
shirt.
eyes.
Yeah, I had my shirt. I had my jumper, everything. And but after the interview, during the interview, he just told me, he said, "Listen, if you get the job, you'll be flying out to New Zealand to do your training."
Fucking hell.
And then I think, yeah, from there it just got, yeah, waited another 2 weeks, got the job, met Guy. He's a decent fella. And then from there, I think from me and Guy kind of clicked sometimes. Yeah, and then I think 2 weeks later we was in New Zealand. And yeah, man, from there, been a wild ride since then, man. But it's one of the best companies, the best company I have personally worked for in terms of how they treat the staff, it's a very family oriented business.
Mm.
I think we want to achieve a lot of great things and they give us the tools and they give us the power to go out and do that. I don't ever feel like I'm on the clock. I don't ever feel like I'm stressed out about selling t-shirts, you know what I mean? And if anything, they pushed us out there to just be good humans and
Mm.
make good connections and help.
I'll tell
There's
you,
no kind of like, get out there and sell these t-shirts. It's definitely not that
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of attitude.
I tell you what I think is really cool about you guys, but also just AS Color as a whole, is kind of we've been speaking about getting a manufacturer on for fucking God knows how long, like pretty much since Pav came on board. And like we had all these ones and we're just like, no, they're never going to get back to us. They're never going to get back to us. And like we've actually built a relationship with you guys where we can actually just fucking ask you. And like you could have just said, no, it's not for us. We're not allowed. HR said no, whatever. But it's like it's just really fucking cool that you're actually on here. And like, and we've got loads of listener questions. People are fucking interested. Like, you know, I'm sure there's some fucking
There they
dodgy
are.
ones in there.
Mm.
But yeah, it's
There's
just fucking
always
really
one
cool.
about poo in there. There's always a poo question.
I wonder if he's got in touch today.
Tell them
So
we have plenty of places to poo. Plenty.
Oh, an AS color potty. That's what you need next.
Do you know
It's
what?
color
I think,
reusable nappies.
Yeah, reusable nappies. They're big at the minute. Well, only when they're full, they're big. They
oh
fold flat
gosh,
when they're
I,
yeah.
I don't think that will fly. Unless we go for the nappy market and just take it over. Do you know what I mean? Unless we go all in.
We've got loads of
And where's
questions.
the nappy brand? Pampers. Yeah, we
Yeah,
can go in
Pampers.
and
Yeah,
just take over. Yeah, that's the level. If we do it, we're going in at that level.
I think what would be really cool is lightweight overalls. I think you do fucking loads of them. Not the
Like,
duck cotton ones. You know, like a flowy, like a
mm,
bohemian-y one.
Did we have linen overalls at one stage?
Yeah, linen ones. Oh,
Oh, we had the linen
and then
dress. You would
I
have
don't
looked
think I want to
great
see
in
you
that,
in a
Pav.
linen. Oh,
I do like a dress. Anything that gives a bit of freedom
That
around
is
the old.
floaty,
dope.
you know.
Oh, we might do robes. A robe might be a good one. We can get Pav to do some of the product shots.
Modeling.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
just wearing the robe and nothing else. Like lean, like a robe, and then
And a bowl of fruit.
and then
A bowl of fruit.
an AS color sock over my willy. Like, like
Oh shit.
Just
oh
holding that baseball bat you've been
Oh,
promised.
yeah.
yeah. I think Charles calling me, lads. Hold on.
Yeah, I know, eh? Jesus. This is
Oh.
Fucking hell. Oh, right. We have got a list of questions, but we've just ended up all over the place. This always happens. Pav, do you want to ask a question?
Yeah, I do want to ask a question.
Go on then.
What are you most proud of since you've been working for AS Color?
it's a really good question.
It is, isn't
It
it?
is, man. Internally, without giving away what our targets were, we've had a good year internally.
Mm,
So I think that's something to be proud of. Like I've been in the job a year, Guy's been in the rep job for just under a year, and what we set out to achieve, we achieved. If that makes sense.
Hmm.
Within the business, obviously, I can't speak on what it is, but and
mm,
personally, like I've seen nearly every inch of this country. It's from Northampton down, which again I would never have had the opportunity to do. I've been to the farthest ends of Wales. I've been to the Land's End. I've been to someone's farm in the middle of Dorset. Like I've been to so many different nooks and crannies of the UK in my territory, which just personally, I would never have any reason to go to these places. But I've gone there. I've spent nights in some of the craziest venues. I know Guy can relate to that as well.
mm.
And
We'll
yeah, I
keep
think
those a
just
secret.
getting around and really getting to see and explore our country, which is beautiful.
Yeah,
And yeah, personally, I've got to see so many different parts of it, which is for me personally, I think it's
So
That's
yeah.
really nice.
the roles you guys came into. Sorry, and I know you've got to answer guy there, but
No.
the roles you guys came into, were they like brand new roles, or was there somebody before you?
not in the UK
No.
technically. So I think Guy was doing before I joined. I think Guy was the rep, if I'm not mistaken,
I
in
was doing a
London.
hybrid role, so I was still running
Okay.
the retail store and
Right.
repping a couple days a week in London.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously Wes jumped in full time, and then I got to follow, and it's just been booming.
Yeah. No, fair enough.
So all the success really is down to Wes. Is that what we're saying?
I mean, look at his face; it's so damn handsome.
Such a good face.
Listen, I'll tell you some funny stories. So I'll turn up at someone's farm, and I made the appointment and they just assumed a rep was coming. So I've turned up, they've opened the door and they've just shut it again. And I was like, oh, okay. And he opened the door again and he goes, sorry, mate, what do you want? I goes, oh, my name's Wes. I'm the mayor's colleague. He went, shut the door again. Walked off. Another guy's come back and said, oh, I was so sorry, man. We wasn't expecting you.
Fucking hell.
I said, oh, don't worry about it, mate. It happens all the time. And I just carried on. But I don't think they're never expecting me to rock up, or even Guy. I would, yes. They're definitely expecting a suit and tie with a laptop and really trying to push the agenda. So, yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's a
But that's
barrier I've had to
AS though.
navigate through
Like
myself.
we are not that company. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like we have a phenomenal crew. The staff globally, we're allowed to be who we are, and that's why we get hired. That's why we get involved. That's why they want to work with us, and it's why we want to work with them. Is you get to be the best version of you, as we said before. Like they encourage that. You know,
That's what I
there's
think. That's
no
probably why your products are so good, because how you do anything is how you do everything. So if everyone in the company is like that, you're gonna make good shit, aren't you?
and we've got
'Cause-
a diverse crew. Like they're complete polar opposites, but it all works together because you can just turn up and have fun.
Nice. You need to
Yeah,
tell
man,
us
everyone's
what
on
you
the
need to
same
tell
wave.
us what your proud moment is now, Guy.
Oh, so it's quite similar to Wiz, but on an international level. So obviously, I first joined AS Color in New Zealand, and then getting to be in the other side of the world and watching the company grow and globally, and then being able to get involved with that is pretty damn cool. I don't think there's a lot of companies that um, you can move around the world as you can with AS Color, and you get to reintroduce quality back into and like I said, seeing the general public, froth over coffee, and like with that, for instance, the coffee industry, it's like there's a couple companies that are killing it with merch, and so Dark Arts is a great example. Like if you guys don't know, check their merch out. Absolutely bang! It's always color, and I will go somewhere to a coffee event, and I'll see someone wearing a Dark Arts top, and I'm like, "That's a wicked T-shirt," and they're like, "Mate, the quality." They don't even know I work at AS Color, and they're telling me about the quality. And so yeah, like
That's when you know
just
you're doing something right.
yeah, man. And I think that's a big proud moment. It's like working internationally for the company, but also just being able to be a part of a team that is pushing that over here with Wes, and with Warehouse Crew's wicked, Retail Crew's cool. So those are my proud moments.
Nice.
Awesome.
I suppose it's kind of weird because none of your clothes are branded at all, for obvious reasons. So I suppose is that why you have to have all the accessories in that branded? Because otherwise you've got nothing with your name on.
So I'm not. Do you know what? I wouldn't know the thinking behind that personally. We'll send that one up the chain. We'll get an answer for you.
That the
But in
branded.
general, I think. Yeah, go on, guy.
I was going to say that the whole reason we have branded gadgets is for you. It's for the print shops. It's not for the general public. It's for every print shop. 9 times out of 10, there's a dog. Every print shop needs a tape measure. Every print shop needs a craft knife. So Larry developed that line for the printers, not to be rebranded or anything. It's just really good, cool stuff that we can interact and
Because
gift.
what's the first thing you're going to do when you get that in the post? It's going on Instagram, like straight away.
Yeah.
Assuming you get sent it, and the postman doesn't nick it.
I'm expecting a full Instagram post to go out tomorrow. I'll be waiting.
That's
You
oh, bless you. I'm only joshing. Darcy,
That's
where
all
are we,
right.
mate? I've no idea where we are.
We've got a previous guest question.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we had last time out, which feels like it was ages ago.
It's only
Really feels like it was fucking ages ago.
It wasn't.
Brixton.
we had an artist and
Brixton's come out, but we've had someone we've had on since then.
his episode will be going out on Monday. So he's an American artist called artist and screen printer called Zach Merrill. And he does really fucking cool, like he basically like recreates like vintage comics and stuff like that. And he's got a really, really unusual method of printing. He prints on like boards. And
you know
everything.
we're
It's-
talking
yeah,
about now, don't you?
It's so cool.
Incredible man. Like
It was one of our
swooned.
shortest ever podcasts, and I think it's one of the best ones we've done. So it was just like both me and Pav were just like, tell us more. And it was just like, you get like guests every now and again who they just talk, and it's just like, this is the fucking dream, man. Like, it's so good because we don't have to do any work.
Anything
Like,
that
it's
shuts
fucking
Darcy
amazing.
up is brilliant.
Yes, I think if you go back through all the episodes, 90% of it is probably me talking, and then Pav just in the background going,
That's just me playing with myself. Anyway, we've got a question from Zach. So you know who
Right.
Zach is, which is cool. So you get like you totally get his vibe.
Yeah.
So randomly, I showed Thumbs to him. I was like, Thumbs, have you seen this guy? So I said, look, hit him. If you two do a collab, it'd be nuts.
Like, it'd be mental, wouldn't it?
We spoke
how
because
lovely
we had
is
Thumbs on here. We spoke to him about
the
Zach
man.
Merrill.
He's a legend.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
What do you know? He's one of these people. I think I've said it before. He doesn't realize how fucking cool he is, does he? He has no idea of like even if you told him, like I've said to him, dude, like you're incredible. He's like, oh, thanks, mate. Yeah. You know, like, he doesn't. He gets it,
and then Pav
get it.
kept saying it over and over again, and now
like,
he's blocked.
No, seriously, have my babies. I want little thumb children walking around.
Little thumbs.
I want all the digits.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Thumbs is incredible. I love Thumbs. Oh.
Yeah, he's promised us he's going to come back on as well for episode. What was it? Was it 104?
Episode 104. He's coming back on. Yeah.
Yeah,
apparently.
I think it was 104. But yeah, so we'll hold him to that.
Yeah,
we will make 104 episodes. You are 56 or something?
Yeah, what number?
57?
56?
Well, no, 58 maybe.
It's pushing six. Pushing 60.
When you hit 100, you have to have a reunion, except with every single person that's been on the podcast.
Oh, Jesus. That'll
You
be
have to
chaos
get
because
all-
I'll be
Imagine all of us
organising
on
that.
Go on.
Can you imagine
Yeah, no,
that? I mean, actually, I don't. That wouldn't be difficult for me at all because Darcy does literally everything. I just all I do is turn up, say something offensive, log off, and then forget about it. That's my entire reason for being.
living the dream, man.
Yeah, I really am. I found a good one there.
All right, so what was Zach's question then?
So Zach asks, what gets you excited about what you're doing?
Ooh.
It's annoying that one of our guests has asked a better question than we've ever asked on here.
I would have to say, for me, what gets me excited is working with creative people. Like, I studied fashion growing up, and so being able to work with a brand or a company, whether it be in hospital, whatever, and you watch that little glint in someone's eye. Like, Richie is a prime example. There's a kid that works in a retail store called Richie, and he's got a clothing brand. And he could sit there and talk to you for days about it. And it's genuine, and there's a fire in his eye, and you know he's just so excited. And it's a blank fucking t-shirt. It's a blank t-shirt. And what he's got in his brain is going to transform that to something that's like absolutely wicked. So for me, that's what gets me pumped. Like, whether it's a screen print or whoever it is, like, it's just that passion from other people.
Nice.
I like that, man. Excited because that's a very excited, you know. Do you know
Have you
what?
ever been
Actually
excited, Wes? You're just so chill.
That's what I'm saying. To really get me, you know, to be fair, I really enjoy print and promotion, PMP.
And then, there's me slagging it off.
But it's like it's 3 full-on days. You're non-stop. You're meeting people. You're chatting. You're meeting new people. You know what I mean? And then you kind of see where it goes from there. Because sometimes people come to the booth, you never hear from them. But some people,
Yeah.
they invite you onto podcasts and annoy you and text you and send you WhatsApps and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
For
So
reals. Dick pics, yeah.
yeah, do you know what I mean? But I think that's it. And once
Some
you
would
know,
say it's
because
harassment.
yeah, we'll hopefully no one's gonna go through my WhatsApp messages. So, but that's exciting to me. I get a kick out of that. 'Cause at the end of the day, you can make like if, for example, like, I met Guy, and I count Guy as one of my good friends, man. Someone who I can actually chat to about stuff, and I feel like there's a lot of people I've met in this job that I'm excited to help, and I want to see. I'm excited for them. I want to see where their business goes. Do you know what I mean? I want success for them, and if me introducing a T-shirt to them
Mm.
helps their business to, or whatever it may be, or introduce them to a printer like yourselves, or
Mm.
just connect that dot and then see them progress and do well. I think that's amazing. I think that's something personally I feel excited about. And yeah, man, it's a strange game hosting. Because remember, it's just a T-shirt at the end of the day. Like, it's one thing I don't try and get
Mm.
too overfaluted about what we're talking about, but I know I care a lot about T-shirt. I care a lot about my clothes. I pay a lot of attention to the garments in the market. I pay a lot of attention to what's going on, and knowing that I could say to someone, "Look, man, try this hair color team." I mean, and then they come back. Like someone like Richie's a good example. Like Richie was so apprehensive about his first drop, and I think he sold like 40 t-shirts on his first.
Amazing.
And I'm saying, bro, you've xed out 90% of people who started a clothing brand
Mm.
by selling 40 t-shirts and then go. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I think that's pretty cool.
That's awesome,
Have
man.
you noticed from your side of things as a rep that recently, and I'm talking like in the past couple of years recently, everyone's become much more sort of community. There's a much more of a community vibe around printers and brands and stuff. Well, because I've been printing since like 2012, and like if you wanted help with anything or any information or anything, or you wanted to ask someone like a technique on how they did something, you get fucking ignored. Like there would be no, it would just wouldn't
Yep.
happen. And then the past like 2 3 years, things have really like I mean it started progressing sort of 5 years ago I'd say, but the past 2 3 years people have just gone yeah open book like if you want to know something, and it's I don't know if it's just a different style of persons coming up through the
Well,
process
I,
now.
th I
That's what
think
it
what
is.
that is though, it's like the older kind of shop owners are don't say dying out because they're probably not literally dying, but it's like a lot of the older shops are like, they're just kind of ceasing to be sort of thing. And you've got this new generation of printers coming through, and it's like, and we all just like talking to each other. It's like there's no, I don't think there's any more gatekeeping, which was always the problem within the industry. It's like, I'm not giving you my fucking secrets because then you'll be as good as me. Where it's like now there's much more of a community element, and that's it's what we try and do with this pod. Like,
I'd love to
we,
give
we
someone some of my secrets to make them as bad a printer as I am. That would be incredible. Like it's like sabotage from the inside.
but we
I know who
the
to
whole
send your
thing
way, mate.
the whole
Yeah.
thing with this podcast is like, it's like making connections with people, and like like you said, Wes, it's like their success like means a lot to us, sort of thing.
Mm.
And it's like it's just really cool to see cool people doing well.
Yeah.
And it's like, so why wouldn't we share that fucking information? Like, both.
But
I
I
don't know
would
if Pav.
say your guys' crew,
Mm,
your crew of printers
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
is dope.
Yeah,
Like,
it's pretty
and
sick, isn't
and
it?
your crew really fucks with each other. And I'm a huge fan of everyone in that crew.
Oh,
And
that's
when I
nice of you to
saw you,
say.
and I got to meet a lot of people at the PM. That's another thing about the PMP show. We're always on social media, banter back and forth, whatever. But like getting to meet people, like if I'm not
Mm.
in Wales or whatever, do you know what I mean? Like meeting Sarah, bro,
Oh,
big fan.
Sarah,
yeah.
love Sarah.
She's sick, man. She's hands down one of my favorite printers in the country, and I finally got to say that to her.
Yeah,
Do you
she's
know what I
banging,
mean? I
isn't
know it
she?
sounds real dorky, but like she absolutely fucking rips.
Mm.
Yeah.
But like she is in that circle of wicked printers doing amazing things, and you're all chatting to each other. And I'll go and see someone here, and they'll be like, "Oh, I actually bought a dryer off so and so, and so help me out with this." And And then some other print shops you go to and you're like, oh, did you chat to many other printers? And they're like, nah, like no one really returns my emails, or like if I want some help, like it's that old school mentality of like, oh, if I tell you you're going to take my business, like it's such a shame. So it is really cool
Yeah.
to see.
I mean, we've got a
healthy
group.
click.
We've got a group chat and we help each other out. And like sometimes if one of us is like stacked, that would be like, is anyone in there got room to take part of this job on for me and get done?
Yeah.
You
Wicked.
couldn't
Yeah,
do
well,
that
I'm
5 years
sending
ago.
some stuff to Sarah in a couple of weeks because it's like, I just don't have the space to do it.
He wants it
And
done
it's just
properly, so he's going to a professional.
But yeah, it's fucking really cool just having that. That it's a tool at the end of the day. It's like it is a community, but it's a tool we can all use. Like, we don't need to necessarily go on fucking like forums or on YouTube or anything nowadays. Like, although every now and again it's nice to put a YouTube video on about screen printing and watch Jonathan from Catspit.
Oh
But
my gosh, Catspit, bloody hell.
He's
yeah,
my hero.
it is an absolute G. That bloke.
Wow.
He's my hero. I
haven't watched that one.
Firstly, he's got wonderful, wonderful locks of hair, like truly inspired. Secondly, he talks like Professor Frink from the Simpsons. I got to carry the one, and I read a rumor on a screen printing forum that someone pissed him off at a trade show and he roundhouse kicked them in the face. I don't know how true it is. It could be complete bollocks.
It's one of those ones that you just don't know.
I can't tell because he could be the sort of guy that goes, I've had enough. And then
he's a kung fu master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sensei.
That is brilliant. That is brilliant.
But yeah, it's just a cool community we've got, and it's just going to keep growing. Like with this pod, like we're, as I said, like we're nearly on 60 episodes, and we still speak to a good proportion of the people that we've had on. Like some of them we've never spoken to again, but that's just people, isn't it? Like some people you have a conversation with, and then that's it. But we've gained genuine friendships through this podcast, which is just mental. Like some of them we've never met, and like Paul is, I consider one of my closest friends, and I've only met him twice. Like
it gets like that, man. We're all passionate about the same. It may not be the same thing, but it's a similar. We're all in the same boat, man.
Yeah.
I do feel like screen printers can be, we can be our own worst enemies at times because we're stuck printing.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
And you can't get out, network, work on your business, make the connections. You know what I mean? And then you're just in your little hole, getting on with it. And I think what you're doing is perfect to kind of open up the conversations that you can do it from where you can be printing and still have this conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's something when I was printing, we used to record it all the time and think this would be a great podcast before podcast was even a thing. But I think what you guys doing, and I think you should do this in a print setting. I think it would be a sick one to have in an actual print shop.
Yeah.
While you're printing,
we keep talking about the idea of like doing lives and stuff, and like me and Pav doing a live together, like whilst we're both got jobs on press and stuff like that. But it's just never.
Problem is, all you'd see is me
yet.
doing this, tongue out, concentrating, like pull the squeegees,
naked from the waist down.
There's a market for everything, Pav.
But to be fair, I quite rarely wear clothes in the studio because I get so hot in there.
You can make a lot of money from that. Just saying,
Imagine.
Little cam up in the corner.
Only Pav.
Only Pavs. Yeah. Be careful that flash dryer. You got a flash dryer?
Yeah, mate. Have I got a flash? I bought a new flash dryer from Sea Dog.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, honourable mention to Sea Dog. What a lovely.
Fucking love them. Absolutely love them.
I love them. Yeah, honourable mention. One of my favourite printers down on that side. Came all the way to PMP with custom AS colour jackets with messages on them. Yeah, you guys have got a lot to live up to. I'm just saying, like they came with custom jackets. I'm just saying. Just saying. They came with uniform. Just saying.
All right, fine.
You know what? Actually, you know we'll do that. We'll do that. I'll do that now. I promise you now. What we'll do, I'm gonna send you each a printer's coat, and your mission is to make the sickest printer's jacket. You've got until February. You've got until the next PMP.
I'm well up for that.
This would be an amazing competition. Yeah, hook up the whole crew, and we'll all have a suit and bring the.
Yeah.
Yes. Everyone's gonna get a printer's coat.
Yeah. Special prizes for the winner.
Yeah.
And do you know what? Our CEO will be at the booth, hopefully, God willing. He can be the judge of who's
Yes.
got the best printer's jacket.
In.
I've so I
I'm
actually
down for
wore
it.
my so when we started our brand Rewind, I got
I'm gonna go and grab my one because it's my favorite item of clothing I own. So I'm gonna go grab it quickly.
uh, um so I got a couple of jackets made up for me and Pav as like for it was a Christmas present for him, but it was just after we'd launched Rewind. I didn't tell him about it. I got Paul to embroider them, and they came out so fucking well. And yeah, he'll bring it back in a sec. They're fucking so good. And we were like, oh, shall we release these? And it's just like, no, they're just for us. They're just for us.
Sick.
Selfish bastards, man.
But
Let's see it.
Paul did the embroidery for me, and it was as a favor. He didn't charge me, and then whilst he was doing them, he sent me a message, and he was like, I can't remember the exact words, but he was basically like, "You're an asshole. This is 98,000 stitches or something like that."
No way.
I don't know. I don't know if that scans very well because
Oh,
it's
That
quite
is
dark.
so sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got a little like
Like mechanics badge.
American mechanics badge on the front as well. But it's I get more compliments about this than any other item of clothing I have.
Oh, and
That's
you just
wicked.
got the one, yeah? Oh, what a shame.
I'm sure we could rustle one up for you.
Now, where's he
Yeah.
sent one? The post he's got it.
I've sent I've sent one back to you. Where's the postman's got it?
Oh, okay, cool.
Postman knows
I'll
your
check
address,
it.
doesn't
Yeah.
he?
Well, if you want one, let us know your sizes, and I'll get them made up.
Yeah, no, wicked, man. But yeah, I think listen,
That's
tell the
amazing.
crew I'm putting the competition out. Should we make it North v South? Because the other crew live in North, right? They live up North.
Yeah.
See, I'm
Perfect, bro.
a bit conflicted on that because I am a northerner, but I live in the south.
Mm, you're one of us now.
It's like, yeah, got it.
He's
Yeah, you're one of us.
you are southern now, I think.
Bro, you couldn't be more southern. Like
Yeah.
you went past London, past fucking everywhere else. You're on the coast.
I'm in the sea.
Yeah.
All right. So how many other printers were in there in the crew?
Oh,
There must be 7, isn't there? You got Paul,
hang on.
Go on,
Let's
give
have a
us
Is
a
look.
there an
roll
even
call.
split?
Adam.
Yeah.
We got there are some designers in there as well, like Aaron, Dickie
Yeah.
Smiles. I don't know if you guys follow Dickie Smiles. He's the one who I do the
Yeah,
hats for.
Dickie, yeah.
Yeah, I do his hats and stuff for him.
Yeah, we've got Adam, we've got Dickie, Dis, Alec from Fialagar, got Heck Press, Humane Made, Jimbo, Old Eltons, Rebellion, Screen Printing, and Connor, 1212, also Old Eltons in that
Oh,
print group.
he's out in Wales now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tembe, yeah.
Yeah.
Tembe, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot
All
of
right, I'll
printers
let you
out
lot
in Wales.
split. Let's make this a team thing. So it's gonna be Team Guy versus Team Wes. Yeah,
Oh,
we're
yes.
gonna split it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
that's what we're gonna do.
Wait,
I
where's
will-
Sarah? Where's Sarah?
I'm taking her.
Yeah, you have to buy jammy Dodgers if you want her to do that.
Yeah.
Done.
Fuck, I've got to up my game.
Yeah, we'll do that. So we'll do team. I'll sort out. You let me know the list. I'll
Yeah.
send you the jackets. Guy will send the jackets to his crew, and then
Yeah.
we'll do battle on PMP day. Man.
Yeah. And there will be a trophy. There will be a trophy.
Banging.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
They
well up
might
for that.
not say anything on it relevant, but there will be a trophy.
Best
know.
golf swing.
I'm gonna under nines volleyball tournament. I'm gonna get this
1992.
jacket. I'm gonna take this jacket apart. I'm gonna learn how to stitch and sew, and I'm just gonna do something fucking custom. I
Are
think.
you gonna go crazy?
Yeah.
Hey, I like that.
just to be that arsehole.
Is it like
Yeah.
is it like a bracketed thing where each print shop does their own one, and then the collective one of the print shops that Wes runs and that Guy runs go against each other, or is it one from the south?
We could do like two prizes. So there's a north and a south prize, and then there's an individual.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes
Number
sense.
one.
Yeah,
Numero uno.
yeah.
Best printer in England.
Yeah, I can't wait to be up until 5 a.m. the night before doing this because I know
The
exactly
spinning
what I'm
badges
like.
on.
Pav will come in with like a single color left chest print.
Be printed in my own blood.
Like, what are these stains? Oh, it's tears.
Is it?
Oh.
I
No,
didn't want to win anyway.
Oh.
Right.
We need
Do you want to do
to.
this next one?
We need to. You guys now need to ask a question for our following guest. That's what you have to do now.
Oh,
So you have to set
Do
a
we
do we
have
know
question.
who
to
he is? Do we know who it is, or we
No.
don't know?
Even we don't know who it is.
Oh,
We do know who it is, but we're not telling you.
Yeah.
are they in? They're obviously in the scene, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Can we do a question each?
Yeah, we can come up with one collectively, whatever suits you.
Hard, man.
Hmm.
What have been the previous? Give me all the previous questions.
Yeah.
All of
Fucking
them.
hell. All of them?
57.
We know Zach Merrill.
we've had so fucking random ones. So we had, did the moon landings happen? The one that Zach asked, what gets you excited about what you're doing?
What's
Could be
your dream
anything.
studio?
Doesn't have to be industry related to this. Just
Okay.
fucking anything.
All right. I'll ask one. Wes ask one. You guys can pick which one's best.
No, we're going to ask both of them.
All right. On a hot day, you're standing in front of the ice cream van, and you're only allowed to pick 2 flavors for the rest of your life.
Oh.
What flavors are they going to be?
Pressure.
Under pressure.
I've got a really okay, and my one's very basic. What is your favorite brand?
I like that. We actually haven't had that before, have we?
Even we haven't asked that.
Yeah.
Some podcasters.
I don't know how.
Mate, we are fucking shit.
I mean, I know I've talked a lot about brands I like on here, but we've never asked it to anybody.
Well, we just assume if you're running one, it's your
think
favourite.
I mentioned fucking Palace every other episode.
Oh, is it? Yeah. Oh,
Love
yeah.
Palace, man.
Palace are top boys.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, the classic actually fits really similarly to the to their teas.
Does it?
Does it? Right.
I think we had a similar conversation 2 years at Printwear. I don't know if you guys remember, but talking about somebody else who liked AS very much and ran with it, shall we say?
It says here we have to check Instagram for listener questions, Darcy.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, we got live listeners. Have we got live listeners?
No, but we put a thing
no,
out
not
earlier.
live,
So.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Come on, guys, and listen. This has to be multi-platform next time. I want to be live on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Live. Yeah, I want them all.
All of it. You
The thing is,
much,
though,
do you?
is that the kind of like having the delay and me having to do the edit is like a safety barrier because Pav says some fucking heinous things.
I've made some
Like,
jokes about
we
some
would be
things that
cancelled. There's stuff that Pav has said that I've had to edit out.
I'm basically I am uncancelable. What are you talking about? I think you just forget how much I don't care.
I love the fact that this is such an unfiltered podcast because I think there are a lot of rules and you've got to do X, Y, and Z. And there's also, again, like a lot of cancel culture. And it is really refreshing, like going back through your guys' episodes and just hearing
give a shit.
real printers talk real shit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not fluffed up. It is what it is. And I think people forget
We're just
a lot
a bunch of
printers
mates.
like you. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So it's good.
Yeah, if anybody doesn't like it, they can fuck off.
You know, would you do this live at PMP?
Yeah.
If we're asked to.
If we could afford to, yeah.
Yeah, there's that.
20 grand a booth. Let's do it in the car park in my van.
No, there's like a
come
Get in the
to my
van.
a booth where you can just
film
sit
you.
down.
There's
Oh,
an
you
Italian
guys
man in
need to
there with
go there
sweets for you.
and run like the Q&A. You need to MC PMP.
Yeah.
Just walk around the
Oh,
booths.
that'd be
That
fucking
would be
hilarious.
amazing.
How
You know-
about just be calling people cunts every
You
5
know,
minutes? though?
no. To be fair, only if they're a cunt.
Don't worry, I've
The
got a list.
ball's in
I'll
their
send you.
court.
I've got a list.
You've got a list. I've got my own list as well. Don't you worry about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. I'll
We're
send you
not.
around.
We're not allowed to film at P&P though, are you?
Mm.
You know,
No.
Oh, you're
Not allowed
not?
to film or do anything.
Chessie from Blind Maggot and Squeegee and Ink got told off. Has to
Re-
leave. Yeah.
I. But then I was at FISPA and everyone was filming there.
Yeah, it's only P&P that you can't do it at.
Mm.
But we
Printwear and
was with,
promotion, but you're not allowed
Modern
to promote
Streets.
it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we're only promoting the event.
What you
like-
have to do is you have to go onto the stand. You can't like walk around filming. You have to go onto. You have to get pre-permission from the stand.
Yeah,
To
to be on there.
then record on there, and then you're not allowed to film anything like in the background. It's just a fucking nightmare.
No, we got
You can
to
hide
get
in
you
our-
doing a Q&A MC thing.
Yeah, I'll do
We'll
it.
get
I
some
don't care.
ideas cooking. We need to do a cool event and get
Yeah,
you
we'll-
Pav
guys
could do a rap.
I
He's a
can.
good rapper.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Chocolate
Yeah.
wrapper.
I'm gonna get
Nothing
you.
else. Not much
Let's get him a
else.
T-shirt that says, "I'm a printer. Ask me anything,"
Yeah, ask
and
me
walk around
anything.
PMP.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, that would be amazing.
Yeah. I could. Yeah. I'll just. I mean, the answers won't be right, but I'll give them.
Just you with a lucky 8 ball shaking it
Yeah,
up by your ear.
Outcome seems unclear. Ugh.
Oh,
Yes.
that'd be hilarious as well. Like if you did just give fucking random answers to people and just watch the
Yes.
chaos ensue. Like,
Yes.
Mm.
All
Yeah.
false information.
I'm a
Yeah.
bit
Do
of
it,
a I'm a
man.
bit of
We'll
a
line
Jekyll
you
and
up.
Hyde because I'm like a bit unfiltered, but I think the print crew would.
Are you?
Well, yeah, a little bit. The print crew would also agree that when it comes to printing, I'm a fucking nerd. Like,
Mm.
I'm obsessive.
Pav's the biggest nerd I know
Yeah,
by a
so
long
I
way.
literally time every part of the process, so I know roughly how long a job's going to take me. I can like get down to the minute of how long a job's going to take me. Like
Wow.
in my like thing where I work out my
I
pricing
mean,
for
it's
jobs and
it's
stuff.
it's gotten that bad
Yeah.
that Pav, like, when he needs to, relieve his manhood, he doesn't go to Pornhub. He just opens up Excel.
Yeah, ooh,
Oh damn,
XXXL.
the numbers.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
when
should we do
when I
some
got my
listener
new flash,
questions?
I worked out that it was like 17% more efficient on a white printing job of a certain
See, the
size.
thing is, he starts talking about percentages, and I'm just like,
17%.
You need to know, man. You need to know how many T-shirts you can print per hour.
Exactly.
no, I know
Per
that,
day,
Exactly.
per
but down
week.
to the fucking minute.
Mm. Right.
Cash money.
When
Listener questions.
Go
Let's
on.
have
What
this
have you got?
Have you got Instagram up?
Yeah.
Oh, you do. Have you figured out how to do it this week?
I know how to do it now. Yeah, I've
Okay,
had a
cool.
lesson.
It's just
Went
been a
on YouTube.
recurring theme. Every
I
time we
know.
go on Instagram, there's a
I've
section in the
no idea
previous
how it
pod
fucking works.
of me talking Pav through how to open up stories. Right.
go
So a few. We'll start from the beginning. Start from the first one. So the first one isn't actually a question. It's just a demand from
From a
Rogue
friend of
Print Co.
ours. Oh no.
Matt from Rogue.
Oh, yeah.
He just says, "Bring back the copper caps, you nanas."
Yes. I
copper,
feel you.
which one? Which cap?
It
Which
was
style?
a James cap back in the day. Back in the day, when
Ah.
we did James returned to class, we will pass that on. That is a frequently asked question. There is a cult following of that cap in this country.
And obviously,
Right.
we discontinued it. Obviously.
Yeah, because if something's really good, you have to stop doing it.
Yeah. That's how you create demand.
Yeah, like the M burger at McDonald's. They only do it every like once every 5 years or whatever. And then I have to go and buy 7 of them.
Right.
In the freezer.
Adam from Antisocial Athletes Club. He says, when will we have garment colored thread on the tear up neck labels?
Very soon.
Very soon. You heard it here
Yes.
first. And by first, I
Mm.
mean in 2 weeks' time from when this is.
In the future, you've heard it in the future, but that is something that has been addressed and obviously with production time and whatnot. So yes, don't worry.
Amazing.
A lot of these questions are actually to do with neck tags.
Well,
Yeah,
So,
because
We've been set up, guys.
yeah,
We've been
Kev
set up
I
from
know,
for
Stay
it.
right?
Weird.
Kev from Stay Weird Surf Company says, "How about some tear up neck tags in the organic range of tees?"
Coming.
Coming soon.
Coming, t-shirt, all the core range t-shirts and hoodies have gone tear out, but we're just getting through the remaining stock, and then
Yeah.
everyone is going to be over the fucking moon.
Popping tags.
But
Bam, 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 all day,
We're
every
gonna-
day.
that's that. In
Yeah.
which case, we don't. Scott from Hooklo doesn't need to ask his questions.
And,
Hurry
the
up and
guys-
put
Hey,
tearaway
Scott, how
tags
are
and
you?
everything.
Yeah, the guys at Dead Angry. Same to you. Some douchebag called Guy said, "Any of them single? They look like absolute hunks."
No comment.
They missed the C off the front of that for me.
What chunts?
Yeah.
The Chippy T boys. I'm
Hey.
guessing.
Hey, Chippy
I'm guessing
T.
this is Danny, or Tony, one of the two. Hello, boys.
You said Tony wrong.
Tony.
Tony.
Going it.
Legends.
They
We
just
love
Legends.
say
him. We love him.
there's no mention to Wes here, but it says, "Guy, will you marry me?"
Yes.
So there we
Danny,
go,
I
listeners. We've
will.
had our first
I will.
proposal.
Wow, congrats. Listen, man, let's clap that up, lads. Well
Do you know
done.
what? I have so much time for both of those guys. I had beers with those boys in Amsterdam, and I am happy I left early. Let's just put it that way. We would have got a lot of trouble.
Good lads, aren't they?
Yeah, legends.
Danny's helped me out recently. He's a good egg. Tony, what Tony knows is just incredible.
Mental.
It
Yeah.
is
It's not human.
incredible. No, I
Like,
don't.
yeah.
That's why whenever he puts something up on Instagram and he's like, "Oh look, I saw something new," I'm like, whenever I see it, I'm like, "This is going to be genuinely amazing." Because if it's something Tony hasn't seen, it's
Yeah.
Oh, was it that
just
one the other day? That
What?
one the other day when he was like, "How to stop your water base drying in the screen."
Oh, and he did
You see
the
that?
Hock tour.
It was so good.
Spit on that
I was just
thing.
like, I just didn't expect it from him, and I was
He's
literally
so straight-faced with it.
crying. It was so
Nah,
good.
he is wild.
Fucking love
Which
him.
I found out.
Mm. I love him. I love the
Oh.
pair of them.
And then lastly, it's not a question, but the Brixton Streetwear boys said they've got a chat with Wes on Friday. Look forward to listening to the pod.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to meeting them.
Yeah,
They're cool.
they're good
They're
lads.
cool guys. They really are.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their story's mental. Like,
Yeah,
So-
sure you'll
so
hear all
impressive.
about it. They like a talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to meet up. Nah, man, all good, man. And trust me, thank you guys for shouting us out. Like the amount of people
Yeah.
that I get saying, "Oh, I heard they was chatting about you on this." So yeah, you lot do a lot of good work for
and
me
yeah,
personally.
most of the time we're saying nice things as well.
I know which is
Like
quite
42% of the time. Yeah.
42. Yeah.
but it's
Then there's-
appreciated, man. And I mean, because you don't have to.
Game recognized game, I believe, is the correct term for that.
I appreciate it, man. It's appreciated. You know, this crazy, freaky world of printers, and all of us, I think, are a little bit tapped because
Mm.
we're arguing over the
Yeah.
pennies and the finer details that we care about the finer details, which it's nice to find people you can actually talk this stuff with because your mates don't want to talk about a t-shirt defibrillating,
Also, being like the new kids on the block, like there's been brands that have been established in the UK for a very long time. And I
Mm.
respect all of them and I'm excited to see what they do. But the amount of love that we get from like the printing crew, and it's not paid, it's not anything, like they just genuinely fuck with us is insane. Like, yeah, you go places and people are like, "Oh, so and so from here and here mentioned you guys last week," or whatever it was. Or again, like, "Oh, we heard the podcast." And I get people messaging me being like, "Oh, did you hear what they said this week?" for both you and like Chippy, like,
Mm.
and just to be minutely involved in what you guys are doing is sick.
No, man,
Like,
definitely.
No, that's
honestly.
very kind of you guys to say.
We
Nice.
need more printers like you guys. You know what I mean? Because yeah, very much appreciated, man. Very much.
We'll get there. You'll be worldwide one day.
Listen,
Well,
when you got that
worldwide, you'll
auto,
be everywhere. Everywhere.
oh, man, well, do you know what it is as well? Again, we built our business off the back of printers, and
Mm.
I think a lot of companies and businesses get a bit carried away and forget that. And I know me personally, I won't forget that, and I know Guy won't, and I know whoever you are buying 2 t-shirts or 10,000, we still got the same hustle to try and
Yeah,
make you happy.
like we get to work
Deliver it
with
to you.
printers. We don't
Mhm.
sell to printers. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing. Like, and I've watched accounts grow massively. Prime example, Done London,
Mm.
Thirsty
Yeah.
Merch. Those guys have hustled to
Mm.
get to
Yeah.
where they are, and we're lucky enough to have again a very small, you know, portion of input or just to be around that energy. And yeah, it's a cool thing. We get to work with printers. We don't just sell them shit.
We need to get those guys on the pod.
You
You need
should.
to get Joel. You need to get Joel on the pod.
Yes.
Do you want us to do some outreach? I can do some. I can do some
We were
outreach
so
for you
we were
guys.
so hoping you'd offer.
He didn't say reach
All right.
around, he said outreach.
Oh,
Okay, outreach. Yeah, outreach, bro. Outreach. But give me a list. If there's anyone on your hit list, let's get them on.
perfect. Sounds like a plan.
I think let's
Yeah.
aim for some of those big boys. I won't say their names. Those that shall not be named.
Oh, Voldemort.
Yeah, you know I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Recently got Hogwarts on Switch, by the way.
Is it good?
Unfortunately, banging.
What,
Absolutely
Hogwarts
wicked
Legacy?
game. Yeah,
It's
sick.
fucking awesome, isn't it?
So good.
I might treat myself. I've just literally just finished I suppose I can say what it was now because the event's over. I hand printed all of the t-shirts, the Red Bull soapbox race that's just happened at the weekend.
No Okay,
Did you
yeah.
go?
Yeah, no. Well, I was asking for tickets for it because I'm a contract. Because I work. Well, I say I'm a contract. This was a job I did with my friend. He did the fronts. He DTF'd the fronts because they liked the feel of the DTF for some reason, and their logo is really bright and like they wanted it to look sort of shiny and I printed all the back. So 2,662 t-shirts,
Mate.
which I printed in a week manually. I did 800 on the first day, and then I split it up. Like I tried to do sort of 5 boxes every evening amongst other jobs going forward, and then finished it off on the Wednesday before.
That's it.
Yeah, my arms are burning.
I saw a
Still.
very small snippet of that, and it was, do you know, is it Jake 100? Do you guys know
Yeah.
him? Yeah, that tandem, not tandem, but like the two bike they had,
Yeah,
that was
mental.
sick. Like
It's
watching that build happen.
It's really weird watching something and seeing something you printed on television. I
Yeah,
couldn't
true.
I couldn't get like past it. Every time I was like, you see, because I did all the staff t-shirts and everything. Like, it wasn't just the merch and stuff. And yeah, it was really fucking weird seeing shit you've done that just there, just like, oh yeah. Then you go, oh that one's wonky. That one looks shit. Like,
Just sitting there
Wow.
crying. Oh man, that's crazy.
If you two weren't printing, where would you be?
All right. Well, hang on. I'll stop you there quickly because the next little bit is questions for us. So is that your
so
one?
there you go. There you go.
I would probably either be a cocaine addict,
Good career choice.
still working in the pub trade.
Yeah. Okay.
I would probably, I don't know, something outdoorsy, like really outdoorsy. Like I'd just be
like a bear.
one of those guys that comes and mows your lawn.
Without question.
What a gardener.
Just turns up. No appointment. Just mows your lawn.
Just turn up, yeah. Just turn up like, I'm here
They
to
come
mow
out
the
and
lawn.
question him. It's like, can you get away, please? It's I'm mowing the fucking lawn.
Yeah. No, I just come and mow the lawn.
Did you book the gardener today? No.
Imagine they can make like a documentary about me. The gardener. The phantom gardener. Just turn up, I cut your lawn, Like, and I don't discriminate. I'll cut everything. If there's flowers, whatever, I'll just whip the whole lot down. There's
Oh,
no like, there's no grey area with me. It's all like it's cut or it's not.
yeah.
Fucking hell.
They'll be in the
No.
news. A spate of gardenings has happened in
A
that area.
state of gardenings. No, I don't think I'd do that. I think I'd be well, I trained to be an architect. Um
Mm.
Oh, for
and
real.
yeah. And then I worked at part of my course, I had to work in an office for a year. And I loved the people, but what an insanely boring job. It's literally just drawing lines and arguing with people. Um so now I print lines and argue with customers instead. But I'd probably do something like engineering or like
Okay.
quite geeky. Maybe make
But still
things.
like working with your hands and
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like actively making stuff
yeah,
I think process wise, I like starting with nothing and ending with something.
yeah.
So and anything that would allow me to do that, I think that would be
I'd
cool.
I'd technically be doing the same with my bag of cocaine. I'd start with a full bag and then there'd be nothing.
You're a
You know,
you're a terrible human.
engineering. You know,
So
Yeah.
technically drawing lines and still arguing with people.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
fucking same thing, mate.
He's the most hype screen printer.
Uh,
Yeah.
He just, he just.
Oh, fucking hell.
brilliant.
Yeah, I can
Right,
guess you play. I just imagine you playing techno in your
Yeah.
studio now. Just like,
God, I fucking hate techno.
I had when I printed our Human
I
Traffic tee, I had to get in the zone, so I listened to the soundtrack of the Human Traffic film
just Born
oh, for
Slippy
real.
on repeat.
while I was printing it. Yeah, yeah.
The
It
method. I
actually
love
really
that.
helps,
I
like
love
get me
that.
in the vibe, and that's why all the prints are
Mm.
shit. No, they're really
Well,
good. They're actually really
so
good.
I was for Rewind, I've been trying to put together this fucking Tony Hawk's design. I was doing Tony Hawk's Underground, the
Mm.
first one, trying to create this design for it, and I just so I originally put together this design, and Pav and me agreed it looked fucking wicked, and I was about to release it for pre-order, and I was just like, there doesn't seem to be. So basically, the back was like the track list
Yeah.
of the game because it's like one of the best game track lists fucking ever.
100%.
And I was like looking at it, I was like, there doesn't seem to be many songs on there. And I was like, I'm just going to double check this before I actually send this out into the wild. And anyway, the place that I got this list from divided it into genres, and I'd only copy and pasted the first genre.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to
Because he's a
scrap that
knob.
design. But I was trying to work on it yesterday and just couldn't come up with anything good. So I'm benching the idea for the time being. But I literally put on the soundtrack and I was just like, and I started getting somewhere. And then I sent it to Pav, and Pav's like, no, shit.
We're pretty good
Oh,
at.
savage.
We're
Just
pretty good at
shooting
telling
each
each
other
other
down.
if it's no good.
Yeah.
I've got a proper 90. Hold on, let me find it. I've got a proper 90s vibe one coming out. And Darcy basically had to coax me through it not looking shit to the point in which it looks okay. Hold on, where is it? Don't know if you can see. Oh, yeah, don't know if you. There we,
Oh, yeah.
can you see what that is? Is it clear what that
The
is?
tape. Hang on.
It's a
It's
talk
so
boy
A
from
small.
Home Alone
Walkman.
2.
A Walkman, no?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's gonna go. I'm probably gonna put that on a Gildan.
Wow. So how do I get off this call? Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Guy, Wes, have you got any questions for us? Because Guy's asked, but you haven't asked anything. Wes, I've just noticed you're conspicuously quiet when it comes to asking us a question.
'Cause I know everything about you already. You know what I mean?
Oh, see, you've
Um,
always been creeping around my garden.
he's the one who's broken the rest of your garden lights.
I just cut all the heads off your fucking flowers. But you know what? In
The,
reality,
the gardener.
what are your favorite brands? I'm gonna ask you guys. What are your favorite brands?
um,
Uh,
This is a question even asked my CEO, like just to get a mindset. It doesn't have to be clothing. It doesn't have to be. It can be
yeah.
anything, any
yeah.
brand.
I mean, I
I love Palace. They're just like up there as one of the fucking best brands out there. Everything from design to the fucking quality. Man, I don't like the price point too much, but that's something else, you know. But yeah, they're just really fucking cool. But it's like I grew up like skateboarding and stuff, and I didn't even really like know of Palace back then. But brands like Zero, they're
So
like they always just stick in my head. Like that logo is fucking so cool, and the people that used to ride for them as well. It's just like that's got such an imprint in my brain, like how fucking cool that is. But yeah, a lot of skate brands for me, I think.
Escape. Okay.
Carhartt workwear.
Mm.
Hard workwear.
Yeah, not Whip. Can't stand the Whip stuff. It's shit. Um, but yeah, I mean, I've still got. I've said this on here before. I've still got trousers that I bought when I was much younger, when I was Larry Sodden used to go on a skateboard, and they're still like usable. They're still wearable, and it's just incredible to me that something can
That's
exist like that as an item of clothing. Um, but
that long.
you
Yeah.
guys are
So,
creeping up on them though. You really are.
we're just trying to, cover that kind of classic base. I think
Yeah.
the end goal is to make sure that someone who wants to come and start a brand, they don't have to leave AS Color to
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
something else, even if it's one thing. I know that would be my dream to be able to help them or
Mm.
us get to a point where you walk into AS Color
Mm.
and everything you need, you walk out with. That's it.
Yeah.
That's something I think we can, develop a few more things to kind of cover everything. But I think we're almost there. And you know what it is as well? The attitude from the top down is like there's no kind of cutting corners to save money or do you know what I mean? And from when you
mm,
start like that, it's just a great place to be. When you're dealing with customers in general, they was always trying to get the price down.
Mm.
Mm.
You might have the really nice pot of ink and you've got the old threads in the bottom. You know which one you're going to use if they push you on price.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
None of them.
yeah.
They get told to fuck off.
But for instance, like that duck canvas, Larry sat on that for 2 years before releasing it because he
Really?
wasn't going
Fucking
to
hell.
release it without the right canvas.
Mm.
Yeah. No, that's
And
fair
that's the
enough.
cool thing about AS. Like cheap shit doesn't go out the door.
Mm. So
Like,
I've bought a lot of canvas stuff from like quite a few different places, and so many times it turns up and it's just like, like
it's
it's all
just
right.
lightweight. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that it's a brand that I don't know if you know them, but brand called Service Works.
mm,
They're really fucking cool.
big fan of Service Works. Really cool
Yeah,
silhouettes. Their
yeah,
trousers are amazing.
yeah.
Um, and
I've tried to
you
get them on
can
the
wear
pod, and they
that.
keep seeing my messages and ignoring
No,
me. Yeah,
Wankers.
so they've been bumped down the list in terms of favorite
I'll tell
brands.
you who else are
yeah,
quite cool, but it is like proper workwear. It's Hard Yakka. You heard of them?
nah.
They're an
Is that
Australian workwear brand.
Swedish? Oh,
No, they're Australian, and they've like a guy came and fixed a gate, and I was looking, and I was like, mate, your shirt's banging. It was like a plaid shirt that was obviously like a half sleeve cut, but it was obviously reversible because the inside was luminous yellow, so you could take out. And so
Mm.
I was like, I had to ask. I basically asked a guy who was fixing something where he got his clothes from. I've never felt more Shoreditch in my fucking life. Oh, yeah, hard yakka. They're quite, but it is workwear. But it is maybe I just
oh,
like
yeah.
workwear. Like,
I'm a big
Mhm.
fan of workwear. I
yeah.
think like I got the logger pants from Carhartt,
Hmm.
and I know they're trendy now, but like in 10 years, I'm still gonna have them.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's like you need to. I mean, personally, I invest in good clothes. So if
Mm,
if it's not AS, like it is that level of like Carhartt workwear or
Mm.
like Service Works or Stan Ray, all those brands that are just like, and it just happens to be workwear silhouettes, but
mm.
you know they look wicked beat up. So in
Yeah.
And I
five
think
years time when they're
that's
starting
something
to
that's
release,
becoming more and more like popular, isn't it? It's kind of like the
mm,
military inspired, like old school workwear stuff. Like it's just such a fucking cool style. Like,
Hard
yeah.
work never goes out of fashion, mate. That's
and it's
why.
like, why is all this like Y2K shit coming back when we've got shit like this? Like,
Also by kids that were never even there.
yeah,
Yeah.
just fuck off, get back into your dad's sack, you piece of shit.
When I see people wearing a bucket hat, I remember bucket hats at first. They weren't like they didn't look that great on most people to start with.
Mm,
But like now there's a I think I've mentioned this before. There's like there's something about young, very pretty women, they like a bucket hat.
No comment.
Okay.
I'm
not-
engaged. No comment.
You can, you can still look. Like, you can still go. "Hmm." You can go. Oh, I'm just admiring her for a bucket hat.
I'm saying with bucket hats, the amount of bucket hats we sell for festivals, and you never see a damn branded bucket hat
Mm.
ever.
Yeah, we saw
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, we saw that a lot.
Like you don't see them
A
in the
lot.
wild. I swear they all get worn at the festival and just
Yeah.
disappear.
Yeah, it's a good point actually. What you wear
They
at a
do.
festival
I
doesn't
haven't
really
seen
count,
it.
does it?
Mm. And they make for a good like on the go toilet.
I just don't like. But I haven't
Speaking
got
from
The
experience,
Stanley Stella ones. The Stanley Stella ones. Is that what you do with
Not
your
AS Color specifically, just bucket hats in general. They're in good
Oh,
shape, you know. If you've listened to the Brixton episode,
yeah.
which I'm sure you will because you're going to meet them, um, there's a little segment in there about when one of them had to have an emergency poo
oh wow.
whilst he was driving his cab, and a bucket hat would have been perfect. I wish I'd have thought of that at the time.
Okay.
I've shat in
The
a lot of
glove box.
places, but
The
never in a
tone just
hat.
gets higher and higher in this.
We said the
Oh,
listeners
right.
were going to bring up poo, and it was us.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Should we do some randoms, Pav, quickly?
Yeah, random questions. Quick
Right.
fire.
Yeah,
All right.
because I've got to have
And
me
then we'll
dinner,
let you get
lads.
off.
Yeah, you got every
I've
dinner.
got to have me dinner.
Should we just do two each, Darcy? As there's like, then that's four. Then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Go on then. Do you want to start?
No, you can go first.
What is your least favorite job you've had?
Ooh.
In life.
Mhm.
Supermarket, man. Tesco, Marks and Spencer's. No disrespect to them, but those jobs, man.
It's not a nice
I was
job, is it?
stacking shelves at 5 a.m. Like, yeah. Don't get me wrong, it teaches you something, but the worst, that's definitely the worst jobs I've had. There's
Yeah.
no thinking, no brain, it's no brain involved at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a point where I was doing cleaning offices. So you started at 5 or 6 p.m. and you finished about 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, that's
And you
brutal.
it was offices, schools, preschools, and it was relentless. And it was just you and one other person. And the workload was insane because the boss was just cheap as hell. So you didn't even get to speak to the other person because you were in such big buildings. So yeah, it
Oh,
was
fucking
like
hell.
just isolate, and you'd only chat in the car to the next spot. So that would be my pick of the bunch. Like,
Fucking hell.
yeah,
Strong work.
Fair enough.
What was the last gig you went to?
Casey Musgrove's Country. Let's go.
Nice.
I went to the Great Escape Festival.
Oh.
So I went to about 10 gigs in 2 days.
There's
Anyone
always
of
one
note?
show off in there.
Bad Air, South London. Do you know what? I hope I got their name right. South London, like rock punk band. They were sick. Bad Air.
If you got that wrong,
If I
there
got
is a
that
book
wrong,
through your
yeah.
window.
If I got that wrong,
Can
yeah,
you
yeah.
imagine? Can you imagine?
And I saw Girl Band. Have you heard of Girl Band?
I'm not
No.
really very good with music, if I'm honest. But I'm gonna say, yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah, they play music, don't they?
Yeah. There was a music group playing music live. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. That was the last gig I went to.
Nice.
Strong work.
I'm going to touch base back on the question you asked us, Guy. No, did you ask us this? No, you asked somebody this. If you had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Hmm.
Do you know what? And my partner's not going to like it, but it's spaghetti bolognese all day. That is. We went on an all-inclusive in Turkey, and I still found spaghetti bolognese. I'll send you a photo.
Oh, oh,
Oh, that's a hard
that's
one,
the
man.
food of my
The
people.
rest of my life. It would probably be any type of. I'm gonna cheat here. I'm gonna say Vietnamese food.
Ooh,
So just a cuisine in general, rather than actual.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Vietnamese chef with Vietnamese.
Strong work.
Oh no.
What about you guys before we jump to the next one?
I like a salad with loads of balsamic vinegar. I could eat that like every day, like tomatoes, maybe a bit of tuna in there, some feta, and then some fucking like cucumber, whatever. Loads of balsamic vinegar. I could eat that every day.
Okay.
I'd probably be thinner if I
If
did as well.
if I could guarantee that I wouldn't be the size of a fucking house by the end of the first month, it'd be pizza. Because
Yeah,
the
good shout.
options are fucking limitless. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been a bit clever with that. It's quite annoying.
Have you
Um,
been to Detroit Pizza in London?
no, is it
no.
good?
If you get a chance, they do a wild deep dish pie, and that
Mm,
shit will sit you out. It's so good.
My phone died, guys. Sorry.
that's
You're
all
on the
right.
toilet.
Yeah, my phone died. You lot been chatting so much rubbish. You know what I mean? My phone died.
We've only just finished slagging you off. Is it
Oh,
my
right.
go?
Should we do final questions?
So haven't I got to ask one more? Well, let's
There's
just do
two.
final questions.
Yeah.
Although the question I was going to ask was about AS Color. So
Go on, shoot it.
what is the do you think is the biggest takeaway from this episode about AS Color?
Without sounding corny,
You can speak corny if you want. Corny is fine.
this will sound a bit corny, but like AS Color cares about your success and wants to work with you towards your goals. And
Perfect.
Elijah, the Aussie sales rep, is a prime example that he has helped printers hit personal life goals within business
Mm,
that I think no one else would have the time of day. If it's family orientated, if it's getting their kids and family a trip to Disneyland, like he's like, what figure do you need to get your family to Disneyland? And in Aussie, going to Disneyland, it's not like here going to Paris. You have to fly all the way to America. Like it's a real big thing to take your
mm.
kids to Disneyland. So I think that's, yeah, without sounding too, whatever, like we do care about like you guys crushing business.
Nice.
What do you think, Wes?
My one would just be the fact that, we're very normal humans, and even though we're a global business, you can still interact with a human on a daily basis. We can have a
Mm.
conversation, we can discuss, we can, do you favors. Do you know what I mean? I think that's the main thing, is that what I'd like to put out there is the fact that me and Guy are here for you guys. We're here to serve you guys, service, whatever you need. No matter how crazy it sounds, you know what I mean? Don't be scared to ask or try. Um, because we get plenty of requests per day. I can't do all of them or take care of everyone, but you can ask,
Yeah.
and we will do our best to help. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Whatever it may be.
Nice.
Awesome. Final questions.
Final questions. But you go first, Darcy, not me.
Oh yeah, it's me.
Fucking nearly 60 episodes. You still can't remember what order things go in.
So this is another question, Guy, that you've asked us. If you weren't doing what you do, what do you think you'd be doing?
Do you know what? I did many years in retail. I think I would be doing that. I love drawing. I love being creative. I love accessories. So it would be something in the realm of like working with a brand or for a brand, developing cool product that I enjoy and hopefully other people do too.
Nice.
Wes?
I'd be sat exactly where you guys, to be honest.
But on my lap.
Well, maybe to the left a bit.
Yeah.
No, to be fair, yeah, I'd be sat in my studio, I'd be sat in my unit, I'd be just there figuring it out, to be honest, until it cracks. Do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, I'll probably be working a job, but yeah, as far as my passion is with the clothes and with the culture, man. So I'd be sat in my little studio trying to figure it out.
Nice.
Simple.
Cool.
Probably phoning you guys for advice. So if AS
Don't,
Color Fire,
don't come
if I
to
get
me.
fired, I'll be phoning you guys.
You don't want advice from me.
Have a bit on the wind up. He'd be like, the best way to cure your t-shirts is in the microwave.
You say that, but I
Like
started
what?
with a home oven.
Did
Home
you?
oven? No.
Yeah. I had an
Stop
oven.
it.
No way.
Just put them in the oven on a tray.
Just pizza and t-shirts.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
That's a
Basically.
fucking brand name there.
Yeah, pizza and yeah. Yeah, it is a brand name. Write that one down. I'll take that one for later. Can
Anyway,
you
Pav, do you want to start a different brand?
can
All t-shirts, home baked.
ooh,
Home baked. I do like that. Do you remember Johnny Fresh? Johnny Fresh.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Johnny
Johnny Cupcakes.
Cupcakes.
Johnny
Yeah.
Cupcakes, yeah. Yeah.
He had a good concept. I thought he had a sick concept, and the fact that everything was baked, I thought that was very, very clever.
We spoke about Johnny Cupcakes before, haven't we? Who was that with?
Yeah, I messaged him. He's obviously never heard back, but it was worth
Is
a
the
punt.
shop still in Central? Like, he used to have a shop in Central London. Do you know if
I
it's still
don't think
open?
he has the London one anymore, does he?
Oh, is it gone?
I think he's still got one in the States, but I'm pretty sure the London one's gone. I may be
Oh,
wrong.
okay.
Listeners can correct me there. I'll probably get some abuse now. I'll be like, you cunt is still there.
That's what happens if you ignore Darcy. He just tells everyone your business has gone under. Can you think of any brands that'd be good for us to have on the pod?
Yeah, do you know what I think? Hobo Jack.
I bet Jack would be awesome.
Just because, yeah, from what I've seen, and yeah, Hobo Jack's cooking, man. I'd love to hear his insight on how he kind of built what he's done.
Mhm.
There's a few. I'd love to see some of the bigger screen printers
Yeah.
have a chat. Do you know what I mean? I think it'd be interesting.
Yeah. And it's
Especially
a
the ones
route
that
we're
have been
trying to go
hidden.
down that, like, because we've always pretty much exclusively done brands. But obviously, having Sarah on recently and then having you guys too, like, it's something like broadening our horizons has been something that's been in the pipeline for a long time. But it's just taken fucking forever to actually get around to it. But we've got a couple of shops coming on
Yeah,
at
a
some
couple of
point.
print shops, yeah.
Wicked.
So yeah, it's just, we have these fucking conversations anyway. It's called the Brand Social Podcast, but it's like these guys are very much involved in the brand world, like even if it is
Yeah.
behind the scenes, So yeah, it'll happen.
Oh, do you know who's a good one? Ice cream embroidery. Have you had ice cream
Yeah,
embroidery?
Yeah.
Look, they're mental, aren't they?
Yeah.
So
They do
fucking
some
cool.
fucking
So
cool
cool.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's a family
what
business as well. Really cool business.
if you can pull from October Textiles, you will have one of the best conversations of your life with that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah. He is.
that's right.
If you want to dive in and talk brands and talk fashion,
Yeah,
he is the king of streetwear.
we'll reach out.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, one I really want to get on is a streetwear house over in the States. You know them guys?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've spoken to him quite a few times. I can speak to him.
Yeah.
Heaps good in Aussie.
Hmm.
You need
Oh,
to
yeah.
get that printed, bro. I'll send you his stuff. He is possibly globally, he's probably one of my favorite printers. He's just
Oh, wow.
awesome. Yeah, man. He just prints
Sorry,
wicked
Sarah.
We need to plug Full Cowboy as well.
shit. She is gonna block me. Yeah, 100% as well as. But yeah, full block. Sorry, Sarah, I'm blocked.
So I've just written all that down.
And Full Cowboy, that's one. Honorable shout out to Full Cowboy as well. That's Aussie. New Aussie. I think, yeah, getting Jerry. If you got Jeremy on the pod, I think.
Yeah.
I'd like
We'll
to
put
get
them
Darren
all
back
on the
on.
list.
I'd like to get Darren back on from Squeeze Orange.
Yeah.
He is.
Mate, can I just say he is doing some unreal work.
Darren.
Right.
His embroidery is insane. I mean, his prints are fucking
I've been
insane
chatting to
as well,
Darren
but-
for years, and
Mm.
he's always been incredibly modest. And trying to get him to admit that he is a fucking genius is difficult, but he is a fucking genius.
Mm.
He
I'm
does
sure
some,
you'll drag it
yeah.
out.
He's. I mean, I don't know. His work ethic is just incredible as well. Like he's just.
Yeah.
I've spoken to him about what he does, and it is insane, absolutely insane what he produces and how he produces it with such a small team as well. Like it's just.
We need to get Darren back on. I haven't spoken to him for fucking ages, actually.
I spoke to him the other day. I'll message him.
Oh, did you? Yeah, get him
Listen,
back
man,
on.
I think you lot should do the live poddy at the print room promotion show.
Yeah, might have to. 20 grand a stand, isn't it there for the small one?
It's right, you got it.
Here we are.
Just sell a few things, yeah.
Yeah. Pav's got it. I'm skint, so
Man, one night in Shoreditch, mate. You'll make that
Ooh.
easy.
So it happened to me the first time I went to Shoreditch. Right? I'd never been there before. I'm a country boy through and through. And we went to a bar called the Hoxton something. Hoxton
Yeah.
Dog? Hoxton or
They're
Hoxton
all
Pony.
called Oxford. They're
Hoxton
all
Pony.
called Oxford and something.
And I'd come straight from work and I had my old boots on, my old Doc Martin boots on. I'd had them probably 10 years and they were worn out to fuck. I said to my mate, "Look, I need to buy some shoes if we're going out in London." He was like, "No, it'll be fine in Shoreditch." So, "You sure?" I was like, "Yeah, fine, yeah." I'm standing there having a beer in this place. And a guy comes up to me and goes, "Oh, I like your boots, mate." And I thought he was taking a piss out instantly. And I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, of course you do, yeah." And he was like, "Yeah, yeah." He said, "Yeah, who wore them in for you?" I was like, "What?" And he said, "Oh, they got a lovely patina. Like who wore them in for you?" I was like, "Well, I bought them a decade ago, and I've worn them every day since." And he was like, "Yeah, cool, man. Yeah." It was
So you're telling me I could make a living of
one of them,
wearing out
mate.
someone's shoes?
Oh, mate, there must be obviously there's people out there that make new shit
Yeah.
look old for a
Yeah.
living. Insane,
100%.
absolutely
Oh,
insane.
I'm in
What
the
a
wrong
different world
business,
that
man.
is.
I'm in the
Oh.
wrong business. I could just be wearing people's shoes, wearing them in, giving them back. There you go, mate.
That's where Pav would be if he wasn't a printer.
Yeah.
Just fucking
Just
wearing
walking
random as
about.
clothing.
It's fine
Can
as
you
long as
break in
they're
this underwear for me, please?
it's fine as long as their clothing is the same size as you or above. But when it's like much smaller,
Three
My
times
toes
more.
hurt.
yeah.
Oh, I don't even know if I need to ask this, but where can people find you guys?
From every legit printer in the country.
Oh yeah, boy. That's a great answer.
You can find me at WES_ASC, A for Apple, S for Sugar, C for Charlie. That's the best place to hit me up if you want to in a yarn or get in contact. Um, don't give up my number, boys, just in case.
The number is flashing up on the screen now.
Right now. Home address and phone number.
Yeah.
Well, saying that, I fucking doxed myself earlier. So I was Pav's
Don't do
wonderful
it
other
again.
half. No, I'm not going to do it again. I'm going to put my hand over it. So she
Oh,
packed up
shoot.
the human traffic t-shirts and sent them to me, and she put funny little nicknames on the front of it. And I was reading it out, and I brought up the box and literally put it on camera. So I'm gonna have to cut that whole fucking section out.
Can you not put a little blurred thing on it, or
I
like
We could.
probably can, but I'm fucking useless at Premiere Pro, and I don't really want to learn a new skill. I'm just
Oh,
like my
mate.
mate. I've got ADHD. I'm like learning something new is just like nah,
That's long.
that does not fucking appeal to me.
Yeah,
Like
fair
you
enough.
know, I can't even tie my fucking shoes. I still wear Velcro.
I
I
wish that
love
were
it.
a joke.
To be fair, Vans make some good Velcro old school, so I'll give you that.
Oh, I need to get myself a pair of the Ultra Crush that Vans put in their shoes now
They're
is
so good.
that is legit.
Yeah.
That shit is legit.
The Vans MTE, they are the best shoe out there, in my opinion.
Mm.
And they're actually like wearable and rugged. They will last you.
Yeah.
I've had mine for 2 years, and they're stained as fuck. They've got ink on them and shit and everything, but I still
Yeah.
wear them out every day. And people are like, "Why are you
And
wearing
people
dirty
come up to you and go,
shoes?"
"Oh, who wore them in for you? Who gave them that lovely patina?"
Yeah, he lives around here, that guy.
Oh.
Right, take it away, Pav.
Ah,
What is the meaning of life?
but for real.
Yeah.
Experience. We are experiencing life. That's it.
Nice.
Okay. I can go either one or two ways, because if you look at it morbidly, we're only here for one reason. And
Fuck
that's
bitches, get money. Yeah. Yeah.
just sorry, my dad is cutting out. I can't hear you guys anymore. But no, I think it is like you're here to make the most. The meaning of life is just to like enjoy what you do and you have a good time no matter what.
Mm.
I like
Your
that.
Pav does anyway. We know that.
I live for the moment, mate. I'm like my goldfish. Genuinely, when I walk out the door, I won't remember like basically any of this conversation until I listen back to it in 3 weeks' time.
This is
Yeah, he
actually the
listens
only
back to it in
reason
3
you
weeks and
record
he's like, fuck, that was a really interesting conversation that I've heard for the first time.
Yeah.
it. I don't know who any of them were, but it was
whereas
fucking great.
I'm there. I fucking obviously do this like as we're recording now, and then I'll go and do the edit, and then like a fucking madman, I listen to the episode when it's released. It's like, why am I doing
Just
it?
to make sure you haven't missed
Why
any
do I
offensive
fucking
things that I've
talk
said.
so much?
Do you ever just be like, I'm just not going to talk to these guys for a while? Like I've had enough of their voice in my head
No,
on
my brain
repeat, running
my brain
clips.
won't fucking allow it. I'm just like, I have like no fucking filter. It really like irritates my wife. Like basically when I've had a bit of a drink, um,
Mm.
my ADHD really fucking kicks in, and I don't do it to be rude, but I interrupt people a lot because my brain is just like, I have to get it out, I have to get it out, I have to get it out. Because otherwise I just fucking
My
forget
brain
shit.
does that, but not about talking.
What are you whipping at?
Dick joke. You know,
For fuck's
this
sake.
is the only episode I've been involved with, genuinely, 100%, and I mean this. The only episode I've been involved with where Darcy hasn't paused halfway to go for a piss.
Oh, for real.
I've
He's holding it
I've
in.
I've just pissed myself.
Congratulations.
That is how thrilling you guys
He
are
is sogging.
that Darcy hasn't had to go for a week.
I've been doing pelvic floor exercises all week just to,
Just
you
for
know,
this.
yeah.
I'm
I mean,
picturing that
I
on the
need a wee
studio
now,
floor.
so you know.
Have you ever had any complaints or bad feedback about your podcast for being you, if that makes sense?
If we
Have you
have,
ever
I haven't
had
seen it.
right?
Yeah.
No,
Sick.
no. I'm sure
Love
it'll
that.
happen at some point, but
Yeah.
no. And to be honest, I don't fucking care. It's just like we've not had any complaints for this long for the amount of shit we talk. Like,
I
if
mean,
there's a complaint that comes, it's just like you're just a dick.
I
Like,
think if we did get any when we will start getting complaints is if people actually start listening to it.
And at that point, you're going to bring up their full name. You're going to
Yeah.
roast
yeah,
them.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
this person.
I'm gonna find out their address and I'm gonna dox them on the fucking podcast. That's what I'm gonna do. Do it at your fucking
You'll
peril.
send round the Phantom Gardener.
The closest thing we've had to take
I will be there to mow your lawn.
take the AS Colour baseball bat that my postman's got, and
Oh shit!
we have got I think the only thing that's come close to being, it's not even an insult, it's fucking lovely, is one of our listeners did brand social bingo, and basically anytime we mention anything like Darcy going for a piss, me not understanding what the fuck's going on or saying something offensive, he's got a bingo
I've got a round
card.
head.
Yeah.
You need to get hold of that, man. You need to get hold of that.
I think we should save it until Christmas and maybe we do a live.
You've got to do a Christmas special.
Yeah, we should. I'll take my clothes off for it. I'll wear nothing but I'll wear one of those
Yeah, colour
hats that looks
sock.
like a Christmas pudding. Nothing else.
You need to wear a bucket hat, Matt.
A bucket hat. I'll wear a bucket
Just in
hat.
an emergency.
Yeah. I'm well up for it.
Oh, fucking hell.
You know.
I
Right,
will
well,
put
guys,
a
I
towel
think-
down because I don't want to get skidders on the seat. Apart from that, I will not wear any clothes.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
Well,
fucking
thanks so
hell.
much for coming on, guys.
Yeah.
Thank
Amazing.
you
Yeah.
for having us.
No,
Yeah.
really, really appreciate it,
Wicked.
boys. It's been awesome
The
chatting.
time has been much appreciated. And
No, you too, man. Appreciate it.
look
Let's do it
forward to
again.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Well, if we don't see you before, we'll see you at Printwear with our amazing jackets.
It's
Hmm.
on. There will be
Yeah,
an
yeah,
impressive
yeah.
trophy.
I think this could be the
I'm gonna
start of
troll.
something massive, like because people will see that and go, "I want to be involved in that. I want part
Yeah,
of
yeah,
this."
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start getting messages. Wes, oh, I heard you're sending out printer jackets too.
Yeah.
You know what? It'll just end up everyone in the country will start their own teams.
Yeah.
We'll build it to a
Hmm.
full tournament. And then we'll go
That's
global.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
And then it
See,
will
we
be
made you a new
UK
business.
versus America, Aussie versus New Zealand, winner takes all.
Fight
I
to
like
the
it.
death.
Yeah.
Done.
I
In.
like
Oh,
it.
imagine having that title of best jacket in the world.
Dude, that's
That'd
crazy.
be- That'd be cool.
Yeah,
I
imagine
mean,
being
Pav,
voted
me or you ain't winning it, but you know.
best jacket in the world, as voted before by probably one of the like nerdiest professions in the world. Oh, I'm not quite sure the registration's quite right on that one.
Minus.
I don't think the Pantone's correct. I don't think that's what he's going for at all. Look at the fibrillation.
If you lose, you just get a roundhouse kick.
From Jonathan
by
Catsmith,
Jonathan,
yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, bless him.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah,
Right,
you lot are
boys.
crazy, man. You're all loopy, bro. You're all loops, but I love it. I love it.
We
It's
love
been a
you
pleasure,
guys.
guys.
We really appreciate your time. Thanks so much for coming on.
No, and your stuff. There's 2 packages on here, both of you.
Good man.
I've stuffed them up nicely for you. So yeah,
You're a
enjoy.
You're a good egg.
No,
And
It's not true what Darcy's
obviously
been saying about you.
some of it is. Some of it is. Not like.
he's very well endowed.
No, but all good, boys. Yeah, Guy, I'll catch you in the rebound. Darcy, Pav,
Mhm.
listen, man, it's been a pleasure, guys.
Thanks so much.
How do
You
you wrap
boys.
these things up? I don't know. How do you do it?
Yeah, like
Oh,
what's the kosher?
But
Everyone just
most episodes finished 10 minutes ago, so
Well,
you can do a French exit and just hit leave if you want.
so I just leave it on. You could,
Boy, Wes.
Just someone else from his gym walks by. Some girl in like gym shorts and
And a bucket hat.
a bucket hat. Yeah.
Right, let's
I'm
end
gonna
it
go
there.
have dinner, boys. Thank you so much. This has been fucking amazing.
Oh, we had a great time. Thanks, Guy.
All
See
right.
you guys.
Too much
Have a
All the
good one,
best.
boys.
Much
See you
love.
later,
Okay,
boys.
guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Later.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye, driver.